Ladies and gentlemen, fans and combatants, welcome! This is the Mortal Kombat 1 Top 8 here at Defend the North X. My name is DarthArma, joined by the amazing mottineva.
Oh my god, hi.
What's going on?
Oh my god, hi. That's my dad, guys. This is literally my dad.
Oh,
literally my dad.
Apparently.
So we are here, as we have said, we are DTN, the 10th edition, the 10th year of this major coming through to the tri-state area, and it is bigger than ever. I mean, you've seen the stream so far. The venue is amazing. So good. It is so wonderful. It's so spacious. The Artist Alley is an actual, like, really good alleyway. You can just see all the beautiful artists and all of our competitors here for the fighting games that we have, as well as a whole separate room full of Smash and multiverses and things like that. So
they
it's
got
just
everything.
It's
Everything's
a vibe.
here.
King of Fighters is here, Street Fighter is here, Tekken's here, Mortal Kombat is here, which is of course we're going to be seeing in a couple of seconds as our players are starting to get right up on that stage behind us to duke it out in top 8.
Yeah, and this top 8 is very, very grueling. One interesting thing about this entire bracket, there's no easy path.
No, there's not.
Every single path had a really good player, a solid player, and it was very hard to really determine or even predict what was going to happen. I mean, we saw some upsets off stream as the bracket was finalizing to that top 8, and I want to say I think the biggest upset was Tiza over Bean.
Oh yes, absolutely. It was a Game 5 nail-biter Peacemaker versus Sindel Tremor,
close.
And it was to the wire, round after round, round 3s of round 3s on top of round 3s. And I mean, Tiza just locked in Game 5, took that first round in a very amazing fashion, and then round 2 was just kind of the victor there. Beancel, unfortunately, kind of making the wrong mistakes at the wrong time, and it did result in having to go through losers. And like you said, it's not easy down there. It absolutely isn't. You have the likes of Alphabet down there right now as well. And, you know, on GG, the prediction for Grands was Alphabet versus Beancel. So with those two down losers, it's really a toss-up with who can win this this DTN.
Yeah, and I believe actually Alphabet was eliminated right before top 8 by Poseidon. So Poseidon is in this top 8.
I missed it. I can't believe it. It's gonna be the setup here. That's why.
It's okay. We set it up. We set it up for everybody here. On the stage, we've got Mist going up against Rednose. Mist, of course, representing his team.
Yep.
Gotta represent the King's Guard Esports, and Rednose out here for himself. No team represented by Rednose, but I think Rednose is the most confident player in this top 8 in terms of like his accomplishments as a player, mostly in the online realm. Like Rednose didn't go to EVO, Rednose didn't go to a lot of the offline events, but from what I can tell, Rednose does run with a pretty tough crowd.
Yes, I mean, whenever Rednose does enter any offline event, he is typically favored to win a lot of time, and typically he does. He enters things that he feels confident, at least offline, in controlling and keeping in his favor. Yeah. Especially with that Kenshi Sub-Zero. Like there was a Kenshi Sub-Zero mirror with Herkuhlez earlier in top 8 that allowed Rednose to get towards that top 8 spot, and it was just back and forth, and he did become the better player in the end, the better Kenshi in that mirror, for good reason. He has great fundamentals, he has great patience, and great neutral. And when he catches you, you feel real stupid. You feel real dumb.
It hurts, man.
It
Sento,
does hurt.
the 2-on-1 Sento at the same time. But the other thing, too, is I feel like Rednose's Kenshi, what really determines it from or differentiates it from other Kenshis that I've seen, Rednose is pure aggression. Like, I'm talking, hey, I'm not going to use this bar to break out of any combo. Instead, I'd rather keep it. Everybody's hyped for MK. I'd rather keep it to make sure Sento stays out, to make sure that the oppression is coming your way. And Mist showing off fun little SpongeBob there. Mist, on the other hand, is playing Homelander, and this is a little tricky here because Rednose plays a lot with the Mighty Unjust, and Mighty Unjust clearly one of the best Homelanders, if not one of the best MK1 players out there. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Mist can bring to the table. And of course, we have the element of the pressure's on. You're on the stage, you got the crowd yelling at you, and this is a lot to really take on.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
I want to see somebody crumble under pressure. I want to see somebody come out.
We can't see it.
It's too bright. It's too bright. Too much glare.
Too much glare, bro. But we are starting right off. It's going to be a... Let's say a button check.
We're definitely doing a button check. We're going back and forth. Now, the thing with Homelander is that mobility and that forward 4 is really what's absolutely insane. Is this a button check or is this real? This looks pretty real to me.
Oh, they did a 2-second button check, and they're like, all right, we're going to it. We have a minute and a half to work with this, and we're going to start off real strong with Homelander coming in with that Janet assist as well. Let's talk about a great cameo, and Miss is just completely putting Rednose in the floor. Now forced to break her out, but Janet's right back.
That was dirty. The fact that Janet was just keeping all your bases safe, the fact that Janet was there to pick you up when you thought you can jump out of command grab, that was insane. Missed, full adrenaline, full octane here, but here comes Rednose and here comes Sento, the 2-on-1. What you gonna do? The flawless block, a good start, minimize that chip.
Thankfully, was able to get out of the freeze early enough, and now the Sento doesn't have as much effect as it typically would when you are frozen. We get the laser eyes, and now we're putting Rednose back into the corner, where I think Miss wants him to stay. The pressure, the movement also that Homelander brings to the table kind of puts Kenshi in a really bad situation, as you can see right now. Homelander, I mean, Miss is just wiping the floor so far, and now the space has been made. Gonna do a little bit of zoning with these lasers until Rednose decides to be the aggressor here. Sub-Zero freeze does not come through, allows Miss to force out the breaker again from Rednose.
It's the mobility. The second that you blink, Homelander's in. Too early. Yeah, too early. Not enough space there. Gonna stuff that out, no problem. Kenshi's Fatal Blow does reach from really far. Oh no, this is all he needs to get started. This is all he needs. Sento into a combo. Not sure if that was a purpose drop there at the end. Maybe trying to see if Miss was getting a little too aggressive, but Miss keeping calm, keeping patient, never mind letting that second hit of the boot. Good flawless block, minimizing that chip, but he gets thrown for his troubles, and just like that, the comeback factor with Kenshi is so extreme right now.
We are now in round 3 of game 1, and it's going to be explosive all throughout these up to 5 games we can't play today. And now, finally, Rednose has a foot in the door. We go for the fourth throw again, putting Miss a little bit further into that corner we were talking about earlier, and now going for these overheads. There we go, mixing it up, going for that high block, and now he's got to wait a little bit here. Going to just kind of see.
Ooh, he's in there, but not close enough.
Oh, and there it is, the punish. Why are you coming on to me? Back up. There's a breaker. Now we reset.
Now, I think that was a breaker that was a little too early. A lot of people like to reserve the breaker for when Sento is out so you can force Kenshi into the blade out stance with no Sento available. Uh-oh. Huge drop by Miss. He's got to clean it up. He's got to clean it up.
He has to clean it up, and thankfully that that attack coming in from Rednose also didn't punish him being in the air for too long. So at the very least, we have a little bit of reset. Herkuhlez, very, very similar, but it is going to be Miss going in for that aggression and taking the life lead as well, forcing Rednose to be in the corner. You also have Fatal Blow accessible to you, and there's the breaker once again. Not too bad. You have no meter, and now Sento is just out from the ground. The Sub-Zero armor is in, but look who also goes in. It's going to be missed. Oh no.
Smart, very smart move there by Rednose. That was pure meter management on your opponent's side. He was staring at that meter and knew exactly, you don't have enough to break, so I have to Fatal Blow right here, right now to finish the job. What a great back and forth. It was down to the wire, super duper close from both players, but Rednose coming out the victor in this first game.
Absolutely, and I think there was just that one moment where Miss got over aggressive while Sento was still out and available. It's a little bit
I think Miss was trying to call out Rednose's aggression, because usually he is very aggressive. You could see how desperately he wanted to get that Sento out, how badly he wanted to just start that 2-on-1 pressure. So it was just Miss going for a read like, hey, maybe he's not going to be blocking, and maybe he's not going to be looking for this overhead, this instant dash in, and Miss so good at seeing, like, I love seeing the mobility of Homelander in Miss's hands, specifically because they play on a leverless device. Yes. So it's just those instant air dashes, super quick, super fast. Like before you can even see it, literally like as you blink, it's Homelander's in your face and ready to just do damage and just throw you in this vortex. You have to worry about the low, you have to worry about the overhead, the command grab, and of course Janet complementing that so much, either, you know, getting your back with a command grab if someone tries to jump out, or just extending those combos for some good damage.
Exactly, and I really hope into this game too, you know, Rednose looking, the longer Rednose plays, the more confident he looks, the more he adapts to the situation, especially Homelander, which we had mentioned, very strong right now as a character. Recently, also recently, a recent addition to the Mortal Kombat roster, and
recently normalized, if I dare say, recently normalized. That Evo run of Homelander was.
Well, we'll talk about it. We don't.
So Homelander is a recently nerfed character, super good at EVO. Right after EVO, patch came out, essentially normalizing the character. Before, the overhead option was Omega safe in so many different ways. There were specific block infinites. All that's gone, so nobody can downplay Mist's ability here because he's still using a character that I think rightfully did get normalized here. And, but this character is still doing things. We saw a Mighty Unjust winning, I believe, 2 online tournaments with the character just this week.
Yes.
And, the dirt is still there. The dirt is still there from Homelander as long as you're a little bit more patient and just very aware of, which one of your options are unsafe.
I mean, speaking of the nerfs you just talked about, a lot of characters getting nerfs and hit a little bit pretty hard in this past patch, including Kenshi also. A lot of Kenshi players that were very notable were like, Kenshi's dead. Kenshi's gone.
And there's 2 in this top 8.
And there's 2 in top 8 right now. So at the same time, they're still believing that Kenshi is viable as a character. Yes, he's been knocked down a couple of notches, Calm down, Kenshi.
Hold on.
But still viable as an option, as a character to play as, to solo main like Rednose does, for example, and Herkuhlez as well.
That's right. Both the Kenshis in this top 8 are both just solo mains. Will not play anyone else.
Will not.
If the rest of the character select screen is blind to them. Like, they don't see him.
They're all blacked out.
it's just Kenshi. But just to kind of paint a little bit about the confidence that a player like Rednose has with Kenshi. Again, his words, not mine. Kenshi has 14 losing matchups. His words, not mine.
Well,
14 losing
some of us are Delulu, and that's okay. Some people may be a little bit hopeful. Like, 14. That's the entire roster.
On the other hand, where Herkuhlez, the other Kenshi player in top 8, says, it's not 14, you're downplaying. It's 12. It's literally.
It's 12.
It's literally 12, so hey.
All right, after some technical difficulties, our players are back and ready for this round 2. Again, going towards Mist's favor this time as
it did last time. It did last time too.
Very similar to game 1. And again, you're back in the corner as Rednose. What do? You try a low poke out of it, and Mist is right there to punish you for it.
Super plus. Not sure why you're pressing there, Rednose. That's a big no-no. That second low laser coming out of Homelander is just so Omega plus for him.
Oh my God, this is almost a flawless victory from a Mist right now. Just a tiny bit of damage did get taken, but Rednose just again finding himself in the corner a little bit too often against Mist, and there's a whiffed attack right there, but thankfully Mist able to pick it right back up in his favor. Rednose being carried corner to corner at the moment, assisted by Janet, and we get a little float down that chokehold.
Oh, I love it. The little neck snap here, just so canon, so perfect from Homelander.
Oh, the freeze is there.
Smart move by Rednose to jump over the other side, maintain this corner position, and this is not where you want to be in a 2-on-1 situation. No breathing room. Puppet master, of course, in Kenshi. A little bit of a drop here from Rednose. Didn't convert from the overhead. Does this time around and miss. Forced to break. I think that was kind of, I mean, look, you get rid of Sento, and now Kenshi is stuck in this stance. But that's what Rednose is so good at. He's so good at utilizing that mirror to make sure that Sento is always out and in your face. And not sure what that attempt was there. Maybe a jump out?
A Hail Mary even.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is. Going over to round 3, Rednose bringing it so back in round 2. And now there's that armor. I mean, negating those laser eyes coming in from Mist. And now again, Mist is stuck in this corner against not 1, but 2 Kenshis. What do you do here? You guys hold block. You gotta hold all this chip damage. Thankfully, not gonna be too much, but you have to drop block at some point. Try to follow block it, and now you're stuck in the Kenshi in the Sento sandwich. Unfortunately, what do we do? You're being pushed around like a ragdoll.
Oh, he was doing such a good job of blocking. Literally, as those words were leaving my mouth, he gets opened up by the second hit. That's not even a low. Gets the throw, and now Rednose a little low on resources. And now he's stuck. This is the dangerous part. No, he got this. He got it back in. I think Mist should have sniffed that out a little bit more patiently instead of just mindlessly throwing out those lasers. I don't see this happening for Mist. This is going to be a huge comeback. He did flawless box to negate that chip though.
And unfortunately,
faking out the command grab.
It's just, we're going straight into it. And unfortunately, with your over-aggression, it gets completely punished by Rednose. And dude, Rednose is cracked. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Took a beating round 1 again, may I say, and then said, all right, I'm just going to play action. I'm just going to play the game right now. Round 2, round 3.
Honestly, I enjoy Rednose's Kenshi very much. Again, it's just all about the aggression. And his meter management is so good. And the way he kind of changes up the style of the aggression depending on what the opponent's doing. Like, Miss is doing such a good job, but Rednose is just like one step ahead of him. And I think Miss is just getting a little too fidgety and too willing to press buttons when
I agree.
In that Sento sandwich situation, you just got to hold that, man. You just got to hold it and wait.
He's got to hold block and just be patient. Patience is the name of the game against someone like Kenshi, who can kind of pick it up or slow down the pace however he wants, you know? So to play that tempo is so important for Miss to hopefully clutch out a W here. And there it is, big start again, round one.
Round
going towards
one.
Miss in a very favorable fashion, where we just get a nice little 40% off the 30% on the board right now, but then there's a freeze once more from that Sub-Zero cameo. And once again, you're back in the corner. There's not one, but two swords on you. You gotta hold this for as long as you can.
Yeah, that was all thanks to the best backdash in the game. Kenshi just opening up that space perfectly, creating a whiff punish situation. Now Miss going in for the breaker. What a jump in. Whoa, no way he wanted that. No way he wanted that on purpose. And this is Miss's time to shine here. Janet with the assist.
And the neck snap as well. You're back in the corner, missing the laser just narrowly, but able to kind of pick it right back up. And that's what I'm talking about from Miss. This is how you play Homelander into Kenshi. And gonna be making sure we take the W of the first round of game 3 with a fatal blow.
Right through the eye sockets. And here comes Homelander with the finishing touch. And of course, this is just round number 1. So I think that was definitely a right call. Like, he could have barely survived if he wanted to hold on to the fatal blow. But, you know, you're in a possible last game situation. Just do the animation and get your nerves back under control, because that's what I'm seeing here from Miss. A little nervous, lights the anti-air. I love it. I love it.
Amazing anti-air, allowing a quick little 30%, even longer as we get the reset on the combo. So that's even more damage output you're able to find for yourself. Another 30, and then we find another entrance into a corner combo. Darth, this should almost be enough with Jenna coming to assist, and the next snap. Yep, no finish screen. Going straight back to character select.
And that's how you know you're getting in your opponent's head. That's how you know he's just a little bit tilted. The fact that that was the fastest character select I've ever seen before the neck was actually snapped. But that's okay. Rednose looking for some kind of reset in the sense of, you know, my mindset. Where is it? How am I feeling? And, you know, you want to just kind of erase it and go away from it. So I think this is a very good call by Rednose. I feel like most younger players are a little bullheaded and they just go in, rematch.
Yep.
But he's taking a little breather here. I like it.
And you also have the good backup of this is winner side. You always have a second chance in losers, even if you do lose it here. But Miss, man, gonna be finding himself against Sento once again so early on this first round. But Rednose is unable to really find an opening. Oh, there it is. Just as I said it, we're finding Miss in the corner, and Miss unable to really block any of this. You don't have a breaker at all either. So you really have to hold all of this damage from not one but two swords. And this breaker super,
I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree.
I would just eaten it and had 3 bars for that second round. Oh, stop right there.
Yeah, you know, it's you just have so little health that, like, if it does go not your way afterwards, you're gambling with a big portion of your meter. You know, going off of 3 bars completely. Like, breaker is huge in this game. Gets the forward throw, 140, nice damage.
We're doing a little bit of zoning with the laser eyes. That's huge. And now we're going to be pushing in real hard, going for the low. It catches Rednose a little bit off guard, but we're standing in the air a little bit too long. Guessing anti-air as well. And do we also get rid of Sento? Yes, for a moment. But now Sento is back, coming in with the head, with the head bump with the sword. And now you're stuck in a Sento sandwich once again. You got to hold all the ship damage as much as you possibly can.
Oh, what? He blocked the overhead just in time that Homelander was still actually crouching. That's how close in timing that was.
At least you have both Sentos in right in front of you.
He whiffed! He whiffed the throw!
And that is the opportunity that Miss needed to find his way back into this fight with sub 200 health here. Oh, that sound.
And I'm surprised he didn't go for the fatal blow. He got the opening, forcing the breaker. This is down to the wire.
Oh, wait.
I think he stuffed it.
He said you're fine, you're fine.
No!
Oh, you're not fine! You're not
fine! You're dead! You're absolutely dead. You have bullets in your face, somehow hurting Homelander, but that's okay because the soul of Sento is just destroying him from the inside, superpowers or not.
I mean, like I said, you are winner's side. Now going over to losers, you have a second life here. So not the end of the world at all. You know, definitely still doable for our hero, Homelander, our hero, Mist. But Rednose, again, looking confident as ever. Good. Every time I see him in any offline bracket we are in, he is looking real good up in top 8, looking real confident, and just taking names wherever he goes.
Yeah, like I said, Rednose runs with a tough crowd. Rednose plays with a lot of good players online and, you know, just kind of in that circle. And I feel like Rednose is just very impressive. Every time we see Rednose coming out to any offline, whether it's MKNJ or any event that they can go to, it's impressive. You know, downplay of Kenshi or not, the fact still remains that is very good play, solid. Like, I mean, it's not easy to play with Kenshi at that level. Where we're
you gotta back up a little bit, back up.
You gotta let it focus. You gotta let it focus.
We gotta know how cameras work.
That's not how cameras work. Okay, right here, let it focus. There you go. There you go. Okay. No more. No more. Get out of here. You're in trouble. We're gonna deduct one match away from him in his next set.
Yes.
So you guys actually can see right now, Rednose is handing his controller off to his brother Tiza. They're actually sharing a controller. So I don't know what they're gonna do if Tiza wins this next match. I guess they're going to have to go rent a controller or something.
The community controller is getting spread around.
I mean, hey, a lot of us have siblings, you know. It's a callback to those early days of gaming, I guess.
Well, I'm the only child, so y'all stay safe.
Okay, they say stay. You didn't have to share your PlayStation with anybody.
No, it was my time on the PlayStation at all times.
Meezy was talking about that too, growing up with so many siblings. He's like, yeah, everyone had like half an hour to play, and then you had to give it to the next sibling, and then the next sibling, and then the next sibling. So it was just tough fighting over, you know, the limited resources at home.
Limited resources is crazy.
The limited resources when you're fiending for the game, when you're trying to play some MK, and your brother just wants to play Call of Duty all day.
And then it's just like, well, I'll do my little match, and then you go play Call of Duty for 30 minutes, story mode, and then get back to me.
That's it. Yeah.
That sounds horrible. I can't lie. Did not relate. I had my own stuff.
Wow.
All day, every day.
Privileged. So privileged.
I love being only child. I love it. And then my little brother came like 10 years later, so we were just very separated.
Okay, so you were, yeah.
We didn't share anything still.
That's nice. That's a big gap.
It's a very big gap, yeah.
So we got King-Tiza. King-Tiza, oh man, where does Tiza origination start? I want to say it was MKX. Towards the end of MKX, great Baracho.
Oh wow, Baracho?
A great Baracho, and it was just so it was so fun to see that character in Tiza's hands because it was just. It was just chaos. Like MKX did so many fun things with their design, so many unique things, and just seeing Barf thrown on the floor like it was an ice clone.
Barf, you get
hilarious.
fired on. Like a lot of things happen with I will say as a tidbit, MKX was probably one of my favorite MKs that released. It's such a fast-paced, great, fun game to play as, and to start off on as well for King-Tiza is very, very great. But for Jusmeezy, on the other hand, again, another KGE coming up. We have 4, I believe, in bracket. Just saw Miss. Yes. You also have beancel. We also have, of course, Jusmeezy, and as well as Herkuhlez. So lots of Kingsguard coming through for the DTN. And this should also just be a fantastic set here. I've been hearing some of the players say that their personal top 3 included Jusmeezy. You know?
Yeah. A lot of predictions said, I think Meezy's going to come up. Now, Meezy's a different type of player, not as much of a legacy as Tiza. I never thought I'd say that about an MKX player. Not as much of a legacy as Tiza. Meezy's first offline tournament was an MKNJ Weekly just, I want to say, 2 or 3 months ago.
Oh my God, yes.
Meezy is very, very new to what this is. Very new to, you know, playing offline. I believe got 33rd at EVO just a few weeks ago. So super grinder, like pure passion and like immediate love with the scene, immediate love for the competitiveness of Mortal Kombat 1, and you know, just coming out to as many events as possible. And here he is. Meezy's going to be rocking Sub-Zero Chameleon, who he said got no real buffs, and Chameleon got nothing but nerfs. Tiza's going to be playing Peacemaker, speaking of nerfs, a character that got absolutely demolished, nerfed into the ground because of pretty much what happened at Pro Comp, but even if it didn't happen at Pro Comp, everyone knew before. Yes.
It was going to happen.
That character was out of control.
It just got super announced. you know, during Pro Comp, where you saw top. I mean, the entirety of those weeks were just Peacemaker did a mirror, Johnny Cage mirrors. It was just mirror upon mirror. Maybe you get a special Peacemaker versus Johnny Cage. That would be special. That was different in Pro Comp.
Different, yeah. Yeah, I want to say like majority of that top 8 at Pro Comp, they had at least a pocket Peacemaker.
Yes, and at that point you kind of had to.
Yes, because it was so good.
If your back was against the wall, if you're fighting someone like Herkuhlez or Nicholas or Unjust or Sonic Fox, you gotta use the best. I gotta use the best against the best of the best.
That's right.
So I completely understand, but like you said, Peacemaker has been nerfed to the ground, and Tiza is still wrecking heads with that character just because he plays so well.
Yeah.
Fundamentally understands the game at that high level. So I'm not surprised to see why he's up here with a character like Peacemaker, especially coupled with that Kano.
Yeah, and I think it's the play style that really speaks to him. I want to say in Injustice 2 early on, he did play a lot of Deadshot.
Okay.
So it was like just super zoney, stay back, and that's pretty much what Peacemaker does. You got the gunshots, you got the eagly, and like you said before, complementing with those Kano knives, you just kind of control the pace always. Now, Meezy's going to have to play a little aggressive for a usual Sub-Zero. Good back escape.
Great tech. Immediately making a statement saying, you're not going to get your hands on me whatsoever. There is a slide and a immediate combo into the freeze once more. Mini reset there, but thankfully, Tiza able to find himself out of the situation, not going to be taking any more damage, and still doable. Going to be finding himself an opening as well, finishing off with a torpedo, and now we kind of reset.
Ooh, not sure what that down forward 4 was. Possibly a down 4 just by itself, but not what he was looking for here. Tiza not committing to those strings, not really going for the full thing to get a huge combo. Instead, giving him the opportunity to sneak away out of this corner as he gets pushed and bullied right back in.
And bullied, I may say. Kano just coming in so aggressively in that corner, forcing Meezy to actually just kind of try to get himself out of that situation. We are at literally less than 1 point of HP, meaning Tiza can just go in for a low one and take it over Jusmeezy for this round 1. Round 2 starting off real strong for Tiza here.
Oh, super strong. Tiza's looking great, backing off, completely calm and cool. And what I see too is Tiza kind of simplifying the gameplay, going for easy throws you're not going to mess up execution-wise, and just trying to establish a very early game, a very early strategy against Meezy. Be scared of those throws.
Big fan of that Melina the Killian coming in.
You're
with
a big
the
fan
size.
of fan?
I'm a big fan of fan. Not that fan, which did get slightly nerfed. In order not to make a big escape tool, but Meezy using it as an aggression tool, very smart as well. And covering the air with the Melina once more, it just keeps Tiza in this corner even longer against Meezy.
He dropped a combo. I believe that still should link, just like that one did right there. And Meezy accessing that meterless damage that was granted Sub-Zero. It just takes a little bit of execution to make sure you got those down.
Okay, so Tiza not going to be falling for any type of anti-air coming in from the Melina cameo. So therefore, able to find Meezy in the corner and forces out the Kano ball. The gun also makes sure that Meezy just can't get rid of Kano for free while standing. So that's just like 90% gone.
Let me tell you, don't try to command grab Meezy. Do not do it.
Please don't.
Just don't. It's not gonna end well for you. I think Tiza was scared of the overhead from Melina costume, but instead, here comes the low. And that's what's so great about this character paired with Chameleon. Whoa, stopping Eagly in their tracks, but here comes the armor.
That's so good. Even the stop Eagle there was absolutely huge. And now we're going for the fatal blow. Does it hit? It absolutely does. My man is big brain for this. Oh my gosh.
What a call out here from Meezy, seeing that Peacemaker was up in the air, seeing that he can't mess with the trajectory of the jump, and knowing how fast Sub-Zero's fatal blow is. One of the faster ones, pretty quick, right in your face, gets the job done. Meezy taking game number 1.
In a very, very convincing fashion. Yes, Tiza had his moment where he found the punish, he found the combo, found Meezy in the corner. But like you said, do not command grab this man for nothing. There it is, Melina cameo coming through once again, not once but twice, assisting in a nice clean 35%. And the pressure just builds up. Unfortunately, not going to be getting the ground freeze, going to be allowing Tiza to find an opening for the first time in about 2 rounds to get something started on Meezy. There it is, another opening for himself, sending Meezy into the corner. Torpedo going to be coming in as a last crush, and great up block, a line for the ball roll to connect into another fatal blow.
Now, this Fatal Blow isn't going to seal the deal, but you know what? Peacemaker on a little bit of the struggle bus, only 900 health paired with this Kano, which does deduct another 50. This isn't going to be enough. Just did it?
You just go for it.
Just did it?
My bad?
Just did it. Oh, what a flawless block. That was so clutch, but he couldn't keep it up. He couldn't keep it up, and the onslaught from Tiza, the follow-up from Tiza, does grant him that round, and you got to feel bad if you're Meezy, knowing that you wasted that Fatal Blow on a round you could not secure.
It's very unfortunate, but someone like Meezy does not allow that to kind of affect their mental whatsoever. It just means that I had to play a little better, a little bit smarter, a little bit harder. Give me seeing the Chameleon Glaive come through, as well as a little bit of a combo extender, very similar to Serena Knives.
Oh yeah.
And now Meezy gonna be finding yourself getting anti-aired by Tiza, forcing off that breaker. Now you have no meter.
What? I can't believe that's still comboed. He wasn't even swinging the right way. Now we are inching closer to the corner, but not close enough. Now Meezy's doing a lot of down ones without really thinking about it. That was the second opportunity there where he, instead of reacting with a standing normal to get a big combo, it's just a simple down one. And I don't think Meezy's got his head fully in the game here. I want to see the adjustment. Good block of the Eagly, just kind of staying patient, staying back, not letting any of this bother him.
And Meezy understanding, I have a life lead, I don't have to approach, I punished your approach, and I secure the round just like that. Round 3, yes, you may cry tears of joy, it's amazing.
I mean, just the fact that the button that he decided for that challenge is not only extremely unsafe, it's extremely slow, but it still worked. And because of that, Meezy...
We brought the armor! We brought the armor! Stay in that corner is what Meezy said. Anti-gravity coming through to help Tiza get out of there. I mean, it is a bloodbath here as Jusmeezy finds another opening, slightly with a Melina cameo there.
Oh yeah, the Melina cameo there with the nice trade. Doesn't get him the full combo like it usually does, but it does give him a little bit of breathing room as Tiza just suffocates and just killing all of that breathing room that he just had there.
Chameleon again, the Katana fan lift allows Meezy to get an assist there in the air and gets a lot of percentage and a lot of combo off of that. The Kano does come through, the Eagly also forces a psychological situation, and there is the Fatal Blow and the Breaker! No Fatal Blow for you!
He's got nothing. What is happening?
Uh-oh, it's down to the wire. Do we get the up block? We unfortunately don't!
But I think even if that up block did happen, it still does a ton of chip damage. So I think the only option there was to go for the flawless block, which is tight.
So difficult. It is tight, tight, tight. So it was still a jaw-dropping set there. So far, at the very least, still first to 3, still a lot of time to adapt and change up the playstyle. But Meezy, I think Meezy is just kind of keeping it with the sticks here. I think it's going to be Tiza who has to just adjust slightly here. Yeah,
we're definitely going to be seeing adjustment here from all players. Love it. See, even right there, I feel like that last game, Meezy would have woke up with a down 1 to get nothing, but instead getting some damage. Kano, get out of here. You're not stopping any of this.
And then again, the size coming in from the Melina cameo is absolutely monumental. There is, of course, going to be seeing Tiza get his own opening as well. The Force was also coming through, forcing a big pushback for Meezy. Fanlift going to be allowing him to get out of the corner almost for free, and we get a slight punish on that anti-gravity, and then we're forgetting about the Melina YOLO ball roll.
I know it's so fun about that. You got to keep track of that costume. You got to see which costume is on Chameleon, what options could possibly come out here, whether you're worrying about the overheads, worrying about a fan lift, worrying about some kind of projectile. It is so, so scary.
And you know here, Melina's out, you know he's going to use it, and that's where he was going to be used here. And he's now with meterless. Jusmeezy has all 3, has a lot of things to kind of work out in his favor. The Jade Glyph also coming through, and we're going to slide out of the anti-gravity space, but still, Tiza allowing himself to find opening, find Meezy in the corner, and just continue all this pressure on block. Oh, we get out of the slide though.
Oh, I love the change of the combo there. Mid-screen, it would have been a completely different route, but Meezy all over it.
Love the freeze there. Anti-grab getting the up block. Unfortunately, maybe we get punished off of that either.
Yeah,
like
surprised. He didn't. Yeah, I mean, he didn't get there just in time. This is super close either way. Kano Knives whiffing completely. Meezy trying to get a little courtesy dunk there as Kano runs off the screen. The Glaive, this is it. The Glaive, this is it. Meezy, even when he doesn't have to, optimizing that meter build here by ending it with the clone push.
We may have forgotten that Eagle Leap is on a cooldown now.
That's right, an actual cooldown.
It's on actual cooldown. So
not a fake cooldown like before.
please, I got 2 in a row and that's it, boom. But no, you saw King-Tiza try to summon Eagerly right there, and unfortunately, my man was fighting. He was hunting somewhere else. My man was not available, which left him in such a long amount of end lag that Meezy was like, hey, you just wasted so much time for yourself. I'm going to go in and finish it out and close it out. Now, we're here. Match point for Meezy. This is monumental for someone like this.
Yeah, no, again, I can't reiterate enough how new of a competitor Meezy is, and just the pure dedication to the grind. I see Meezy going really, really far in the future. The cameo's just slugging it out in the background.
Kano, I feel like hasn't gotten any value because of how often Meezy is able to shut it down as soon as he sees it. Again, there is Osiris going to be seeing the freeze in the air and continuing the combo just to send him back into the corner. Now, what's your option as Tiza? You get standing down 1, and now again, you're forced to use your breaker so early on. Oh, there he goes.
Too much going on. Too much going on. Kano coming in with the assist, the knives to make sure you're nice and honest and you're not doing anything crazy. Nice conversion here from Tiza. Hey, Peacemaker may have lost a lot of damage mid-screen, but that damage still exists here in the corner thanks to the upshots from Peacemaker.
Oh man, you saw the vision. The Melina cameo does come through. See if he can find an air-to-air situation. But I mean, Tiza is staying extremely grounded now, not allowing himself to get called out in the air like that multiple times as he has been before. And so much so that Meezy needs to kind of adjust here. We're playing a lot more grounded, we're playing a lot more to your face, and using the eyesight to get reversal is extremely imperative for Meezy to get back in this fight.
Oh, Tiza with a little bit of stagger pressure there. Meezy went for the up block, but Tiza actually went for the non-active option.
Interrupting the anti-gravity, get out of my face! You're staying in this corner.
I don't know why he didn't use meter in that situation, but that's okay. Fan lift, extending the combo. Is this gonna be enough? Definitely, but he's got one more round to go after this. Not quite Meezy set just yet. Tiza on the brink of defeat. Tiza up against the ropes as we go into this final round in game number 4.
The bright side is, if Tiza does fall here, goes to losers, we don't gotta deal with controllers.
That's it.
After that.
As long as he doesn't make it.
That's the real plan.
As long as he doesn't make it all the way.
This is a huge start for Meezy into this round 3 match round, by the way, match point for Meezy to get over and continue on throughout winner's side, top 8. But there it is, Tiza able to find it eagerly, also able to find the corner, the combo there as well, forcing Meezy into a opposite side situation and another back throw, and there it is. Still gonna be staying center of the map here, and there's the anti-gravity, not gonna opt to challenge it, and instead gonna be eating that torpedo.
Yeah, eating it for some good. I mean, look, that's what it is. You're just pushing back. That's a nice freeze. That's a nice catch there as you're just forcing him back into the corner. And I mean, I feel like we're seeing a completely different Peacemaker here. A Peacemaker that's just willing to do the unsafe option, willing to just go in there head first. Get out of there. Not in time yet.
He was very brave for going against Kano. And there's the up block punish. And this should be it, Darth. At 0.09 health, we see Jusmeezy go to the end, or go throughout winner's top 8. Oh my gosh. And that's King-Tiza going down to losers. A 3-1 victory. You are a crackhead.
Oh my gosh.
That was insane.
That was so clutch there at the end. And it's crazy because he still had another game to play with, but still, that pressure is on. That pressure is on you. Like, I have to do this. I have to block this correctly, perfectly timed, or I am dead. And sometimes, I mean, that's what it is. And sometimes that little push, that little threat of I will die if I don't do this is enough to push a player like Meezy, enough for someone like Meezy to tap in and see, I got to do this. I can do this. And that was just perfect. I think this is going to set up for an incredible winners finals. But before we go there, we have to do the rest of the bracket here. And it's still just super good players all around, super good players that go back and forth and that are so familiar with each other.
Yes, and speaking of our losers, first round of the day coming in on the stream setup here will be Herkuhlez versus Poseidon. Herkuhlez, as mentioned previously, losing to Rednose in the winner's side, and Poseidon beating out Alphabet on losers' side to make him secure his place in top 8, which is very surprising. As I had mentioned previously, Alphabet was projected to be in grand finals, you know, with the Ermac, Tanya.
Melina, a lot of different characters.
We dropped Melina.
We're done with Melina.
Me and Alphabet, we went at it because I was like, play Melina. and he was like, I thought about going Melina into Homelander, and he just simply didn't.
Yeah.
And, you know, that was... Bring back Melina Alphabet. I'm just going to tell you this right now. But at the same time...
I feel like Melina really clicked with a player like Alphabet, who's very good at picking up on, like, a player's tendencies to want to move. You know, the ball roll just kind of coming out of nowhere and just making sure,
and
like,
being
it really...
safe as well, you know, a little bit privileged. And it's okay.
In certain situations, yes. But it's not going to be Alphabet on this losers top 8 match. It's going to be Poseidon instead, who is a clutch victory over Alphabet with Reptile.
Absolutely. We're doing it with Reptile as well. Not too recent, but it's recent enough where, like, last offline, he kind of didn't have it. But now, having a couple of brand new moves added to his toolkit, having that quick invisibility as well, which is super, super useful. Now you don't have to always rely on that slow burn invisibility that he was, you know, he had before. He still has it, of course. But being able to go invisible that fast is kind of nice.
It is. It's definitely a lot more useful than it was before. It just took way too long to, the animation of just throwing up on yourself and waiting for the camo to kick in. It was just, it was too hard to set up in all these different situations. But Poseidon, true Reptile main.
Yes.
Like, I don't think I've seen him play anyone else. And same with the other side here. KGE Herkuhlez has probably the longest legacy out of any player here in this top 8. Herkuhlez debut in competitive NRS fighting games goes all the way back to Injustice 1. Justice 1, Batman player from New Jersey.
Wow.
At the tail end of Injustice 1, actually went to the Break Weekly, and that's where I met Herkuhlez so many years ago, almost 10 or about 10 years ago. And Herkuhlez just kind of showed up to a local for MK1, and it was just like a reunion. It was very, very strange, but it's so cool to see the grind that Herkuhlez is putting on right now, and the dedication to Kenshi. And not only that, I also love just playing with Herkuhlez because he's so good at explaining things that are happening. A really, really good training partner. If, you know, there's something that you're just not seeing, something you're not utilizing, or something that, you know, you just don't have a good understanding of, he's very good at, like, you know what I mean? Like, you ever play someone who's just like, you know, they're better than you, but they're not helping you get better?
Oh, yeah.
And they're just like beating you over and over and over again.
You're not learning anything, not allowing to learn anything. Herc gives you the space, the time, and he puts energy into helping people understand how to play into Kenshi or how to avoid Kenshi. He's okay with that. He's okay with teaching you how to beat him and other Kenshis out there. So
I think it's also like, you gotta, if you're training with someone, you gotta help them propel up. You gotta help them get better so it can help you propel up as well. So it pushes you to learn how to deal with certain options. To, you know what I mean? Like fighting games aren't so black and white, and especially not in a game where there's like a lot of counterplay. You know, different mindsets, like a rock paper scissors situation for a lot of things, and you have to kind of evolve and adapt. And it's hard to evolve and adapt and be better if the player you're playing against is not playing at 100%. So
absolutely,
it's very admirable to see that in someone who's trying to just get the scene better. Also, big shout out to Herc, who does so much for MK&J as well, and it's hasn't been able to propel as well as it has without the help of Herc and his girlfriend.
Energy is just it's so toxic in a good way. He's just a positive figure. Like, I love him.
He loves yelling his opinions very, very loudly and very, very proudly.
12 losing matchups, by the way.
Nice. 12 losing matchups. Side note, it's because Herkuhlez is actually a lawyer. That's his day job.
Yes! He is a lawyer. We have a lawyer on the stream, and like I said, invisibility is now active. This force does come through, and we also have the Sonya cameo on the side of Poseidon. So to find what we can do here, well, it's gonna be up to Herc to find his way to get Sento to help him out here a little bit. The ice armor is active, but there is that croc roll. Gotta deal with that. You gotta do it with death roll as much as you can, and now you're back in the corner against Poseidon. But it's so even right now. I love the death roll so much.
He's getting aggressive. He's getting absolutely aggressive. 2 back-to-back like opportunities to go in for the bar. And Herc is left on nothing. 2-3 whiffed. What patch is this?
I mean, someone check the patch. We are looking at Herc finding Poseidon, putting himself in the corner here, and now you're dealing with Sento.
And at that point, because he dropped the combo.
That's literally it. He had that set up too. He had the force ball out. He found Herc in the air, and then suddenly it went down. It didn't go through. Throw the whole combo away.
It really hurts because of how much recovery is on that string, that when you miss it, it's just so devastating. absolutely devastating here. Oh, he's invisible. Finally, it's useful. Air to air from Poseidon, absolutely clean. And we actually had, oh,
we might
boy.
get our first flawless here. Oh, never mind. Thanks, Herc. No, gonna be seeing the backflip come through. Poseidon now in the corner, and I think Herc is. Ooh, that was a great option from Poseidon. Absolutely just punishing Herc for trying to be the aggressor for a second there. And now, round 3, once again, just one more time going in and kind of forcing Herc into a little bit of a uncomfortable situation. But there it is, the Sub-Zero camo coming through, and Sento is also out for the count. Here to give up the assist. Oh, and we get a side switch as well.
Uh-oh, good block of the low, and just, oh, I'm not sure what that was. It didn't say counter hit, so it might have been a jumped opportunity getting completely stuffed out, and that was very smart of Herc to just be very mindful of that wake up, very mindful of the death roll, Street Shark style, coming out of Reptile.
That round lasted literally like all of 45 seconds. The entire, like, that was, they are some fast players. They are aggressive, especially Poseidon. So confident in his Reptile play and also being confident in consistently getting those camos out as well. Just make sure that, hey, you're a little bit, I'm invisible. What are you going to do about it? You know? Yeah. So very excited to see how we can see any kind of adjustments from him on this round 2 here. I'm sorry, this second game. Oh, that's huge for her. Good look, able to get that extra meter from the first hit, which is always a great thing to have in the back pocket.
Now, a big key to kind of trying to stop Kenchi's offensive game is to flawless block that second string, the second hit of that string, and flawless block any kind of follow up afterwards, and just establish that Kenchi can't get away with that forward 2-2.
Love the Sonya came in order to kind of force out a juggle situation, but it also makes sure that Herc has to use that breaker so early on here. And
good blocks, man. Good blocks by Kenchi.
So good. Very consistent. There it is. Big opening for Poseidon. Can we continue? We absolutely can. Double forward ball coming through. And now, I mean, Herc down in the back seat here. Another reset coming in from Sonya.
The Sonya Ring getting completely nullified there with the ice armor from Herc.
Has you so careful now. Sento's right behind you, Herc is in front of you, and you are just starting to get all sorts of mixed up. And there's these fadeable as well to secure the first round.
Easy.
No mash needed.
No, definitely
no mashing.
Nobody's mashing here. I mean, it was good damage, man. It was just like straight into it. Yes, let's come off that fatal blow. Yes, let's try to secure this lead even further here. The 2-0, and then it just takes so much pressure off of him. Ooh, didn't commit to the whole string, though. Uh-oh.
He didn't believe.
He placed the central drop in the wrong spot, putting himself in harm's way. And now here, like I said, I feel like if that was Rednose's Kenchi, he might have let that combo rock just because he would be like, I'd rather just make the comeback with Sento.
And that's just the slight difference we have with both Kenchi that are in our top 8. Just very slight things that, Y1's in winners and Y1 is fighting for their life right now in losers against Poseidon. The Sonya cameo coming in for the air assist, and now it allows Poseidon to find Hercules in the corner once more, forcing a lot of pressure with that force ball, because we're going to jump over it. No, you can't. You get to kind of hold that. Now we're invisible. Can we guess where Poseidon is? No, we can't. And now another reset coming in from that Sonya cameo. The death throw also to finish it off, and there it is. I don't want to call it anti-gravity because it's not Peacemaker, but the anti-gravity, amazing.
Just the drop, the death
roll drop down, yeah.
Yeah, I think Herc needs to challenge a little bit more whenever Reptile does go invisible. I think just a regular forward 2 string, or even just the presence of it, just do that. As soon as you see Reptile roll back into the air and go invisible, make sure you just kind of keep it in check. There's no way you should be letting them get away with that.
And not allowing yourself to get away with, getting frozen so often. Now you're stuck in the corner. Sento is on top of you, so is Hercules, forces your breaker. No meter available, but at the very least, Fatal Blow is active for you on the back end of that. So, if you get 1 or 2 good combos going, you go into Fatal Blow, you will secure the round and the game for yourself, because Herc is still up by a whole game here. And I love the fact that Herc backed up, but didn't get the punish that he needed. Poseidon finding an opportunity to say, hey, you messed up, now it's my turn to push.
Ooh, what a block again by Herc, just immediately reacting. That's what I'm talking about, just challenge that. You gotta put your sword out there, you gotta put those buttons out there, and here comes Herc coming out on top. 2-0, one more game for him to go, and Poseidon looking a little lost here. What do? I don't play any other character. And, that's the other thing, too, is that Herc has a lot of experience playing Reptile in the early MKNJ weekly days, especially against Costner.
Yes, Costner, absolutely.
So I feel like if you're looking at these players and looking at their experience going into this specific matchup, I think Herc's got a little bit more experience.
I was just going to say the same thing. He has the experience of a very, very good Reptile player being Costner to understand what Poseidon's game plan really is. At least a very basic flow chart of what's Reptile's game plan, what's he wanting to do, when's he going to start spacing out versus being aggressive. There's, again, the death throw just being the first aggressor here, and that meter already getting burned out. So not completely even here, but man, I mean, I say even. And in reality, Herc say, no, no, no. It's a 2v1 right now. I'm jumping you. You're getting jumped right now.
It's not fair.
It's really not fair. It's not fair.
Not fair at all. We're going to see a little... Oh, drops the ender there at the end. Doesn't get the air-to-air after Reptile popped up.
Another whiff grab. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, that was Poseidon being a little aggressive here, just refusing to block. And I think Herc needs to kind of slow it down just a little bit. Can Poseidon make this comeback? Tries to challenge, but I think he did it a little too late in that situation. Overhead, that's so scary.
At the very least, he challenged it, but understood, okay, I missed. I just got to play my cards right. I know he's going to come back to being visible again, and we get the round in our favor. Now we are at match point for Herc, match round. This next round going in there will mean that he continues his spot in losers, and Poseidon will be bowed out of top 8 at 7th.
I don't know. I don't know if Poseidon's going to go down that easily. This is do or die for him. It's time for him to tap in. It's time for him, never mind, that shield, that vest of Sub-Zero just shutting down any and all projectiles. It has to be so demoralizing that like half my tools just don't work right now.
Poseidon needs to make an insane comeback here, but I don't know if you can if you just get bonked in the head again by Sento. An immediate, bow out, goodbye. Poseidon getting 7th place at DTN, the 10-year anniversary, and it was kind of rough. Going against Kenshi is always rough. I'll admit it. Always a little bit rough.
Big fan of Kenshi, I see. Big fan of Kenshi.
Well, as someone who doesn't compete, big fan of all the characters. If I had to compete, it'd be a problem.
You wouldn't be a Kenshi stan.
No, I would not be a Kenshi stan.
No.
I understand why some characters are very frustrating. Kenshi can be frustrating. You're just kind of like, you're taking it from the back, from the front. You're just like blocking your lane. You're like, ah.
It's insane. It's insane, like all the hoops you got to jump through. But that's kind of what the character is. And then once you get past that literal hell that is, the Sento sandwich or the 2-on-1, the getting jumped, whatever you want to call it, it's you have to know, okay, Kenshi's in a very uncomfortable spot.
Yep.
The sword is out. Sento's not out any longer. And, it's still not that easy, but you have to recognize that moment. You have to recognize those buttons are a little bit limited, and it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, but the winning strategy is getting there, and it's not that easy to get there.
It's not easy. I mean, you've not only did you have to fight so many great players to get in the top 8, and that's an accomplishment in and of itself, honestly. Like, there are some hard hitters out here. Like, this DTN was probably one of the first in a couple of years where it's a genuine toss-up of who's going to win. And I think right now the favorite is definitely Rednose, playing so consistently, playing so well, and also just playing Kenshi, which it is a lot of people's thorn in their backside. That's kind of their Achilles heel, is that Kenshi matchup. And although we say he has 14, 12 losing matchups, people
I think it's up to 20 now.
Oh
20?
my God.
Yeah. We got 20 losing matchups for Kenshi
20.
now.
And that includes cameos. And
they added characters, they added cameos, so
we gotta add all of them up, some losing matchups.
Any opportunity to downplay a character that just plays a very unfair game.
Yeah. And, again, with the absence of our last year's winners, Unjust and Kukui, who were here last year, and I want to say the year prior to that, genuine toss-up, because usually they'd be like, all right, and they're going to win.
I mean, if you ask Mighty, I think Mighty is a little bit more confident in terms of, like, and that's what's always a fun rivalry to see is between specifically two twin brothers. But
we have a lot of twins in the NRF scene. It's a bit much.
It's a little crazy. We got Bean jumping off the stage. Now, Beancel is going to be also representing KGE.
Yes. And
representing GGCT, CT, as in Connecticut. We got Stu. Stu, very solid Ashra player. NEC champion Wraith actually went down at that tournament to Stu in pools on the winner side, and then Wraith made the incredible losers run in that tournament. But that just shows you that Stu is a very admirable player, very solid, you know, fundamentally sound. Now these guys have played before, right?
Yes, they actually played at this year's CT GamerCon that happened,
Okay.
I want to say, in March or April. So it's been a couple months, and I was overhearing them, you know, chat with each other, and Stu was very excited for the run back.
Yes.
Very, very excited, and so was Bean. And I'm also, we cannot buff
We
tremor.
can't.
It
We
says
need buff tremor. Okay,
I know what
thank
it
you.
says. It says buff tremor.
You know what your boyfriend's
I
thing
know
says.
what he said. He's saying
Okay.
buff tremor, because tremor low-key sucks. Which, on top of that, Sindel Tremor player, but has decided for the entirety of the rest of the tournament he will likely be playing Kung Lao cameo rather than the Tremor, because Sindel Lao, a lot more consistent.
A little easier to apply.
A little bit easy to apply. Doesn't have to. You don't have to deal with the mechanics of. I lied. We're playing Tremor. He believes.
Liar. You
liar.
lied.
He
He's like,
lied
you know
to
what? I
me.
got 3 games to work with.
I might as well.
Tremor, true love of Bean's Sindel.
Yes. And Tremor is you know, Sindel's bodyguard at this point. But like I said, they're getting a run back, and Stu is a very, very talented Astro player with a Chameleon as well. I mean, you get so much work done for you. But Bean's going to be very careful here, missing the high, but getting the back throw instead. And now a lot of Bean's game plan here is to put lots of pressure and kind of scare you out. The first round does go to Stu in a very convincing fashion, but we're going to warm up. The bench is a little bit cold. It's okay. Your John's out now.
Yeah, and what's so fun about the Tremor cameo, you know, you summon it as an ambush, and it just, you know, like Kung Lao low hat, it just kind of applies. Whoa, we're throwing on the vest. We're throwing on the vest.
The jewels
See
are
my
out.
crystalline vest.
The jewels were out. We went to Prada for that, and we're chilling. But no, seriously, you're going to be seeing the breaker come in from beancel, and again, the Tremor is going to be very imperative and kind of scaring out Stu a little bit. He's used to it now. He knows what he's expecting. He's probably studied this matchup over and over and over again. And, oh, dropping the connection, but it's okay. We just get a little bit of reset here. Stu has to be so careful being in the light form right now, and that is the pickup that's being needed. Gonna get the stun as well as the combo and the metallic armor, metallic tremor also comes through for actually a little bit of damage.
Metal Tremor. There we go.
Metal
Just go
Tremor.
straight Hadouken towards him.
That was great. Absolutely amazing usage of that Chameleon, and now we're even again.
Ooh, good block of the overhead by Bean, reacting perfectly right in the nick of time. Living to see another day, never mind, throwing all caution to the wind, jumping in and getting whiff punished for his trouble. Oh, teleports right into the shot, and the dive kick just barely touching the toes of Ashra, and that's just enough to seal that round.
Yo, watch your feet, watch your feet. Get me seeing a round 3 here between Stu and Bean. So again, the run back of all time. Probably one of the only ones we see here in the bracket that's so strong. And we get one touch, and there's the scream. Not gonna be extending too much here, and waits out the Ascension teleport and gets the punish that we need. Should be seeing a little bit of a 35 here, and
That's not fair. That's not fair.
That's new. That's new. It's very messed up, Darth.
That's
It's extremely
not fair.
messed up.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But I don't like it meaning I love it.
You can be honest. It is cheating. It is cheating. It's okay. I'll say it's cheating.
Yeah, the follow-up of Tremor guaranteed after that first hit, but Bean knowing exactly how to make the combo break and then putting you in a situation where you got to block overhead from Sindel and low from Tremor almost at the exact same time. Wake up, why not? Let's go overhead, jump over to the other side, Tremor on the backup, and that's what it is. You're looking at Sindel, she goes up to the sky, and you're saying, hey.
Stop that.
You're saying, hey, here comes the overhead, but instead Tremor, low ground pound, locked in. That's what I call a locked in
He looks
face.
tired.
I mean, you know more than anyone else here.
He probably is exhausted, but at the same time, the first game going to be so strong, and then again getting a very solid first lead here as well, cutting it short to Norda and not the Queen's command and call Turner back, because those cooldowns are excruciatingly long.
So long, like incredibly long. Like why? Why do I have to wait that long? But that's okay.
You drop it.
Drops a combo.
Drop
This
it.
is Stu's opportunity. No, that's okay. American reset. You weren't sure. You were trying to press buttons on that wake up. Stu in the corner, but just
Down
goes
two.
a little too early there. Nobody home. And that comes Bean with a down 2, just saying, hey, get off of me.
A little get off me too. He's also been practicing a lot down to cancels. Why do we... Don't ask me what he's doing. Don't ask me. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm looking for answers everywhere here.
No, don't look at me.
I don't see it in my notes. I don't see, like, what is happening?
It's gonna be, we're already gonna be seeing Stu find being in the corner, and I think Stu just is so good at the Astra, but has to be so careful of how Bean approaches because he's looking for that stun every single time, and then the armor also negates the big damage that Astra does offer as a character. We force out the breaker. We have 3 bars to none, and we are extremely confident in that cameo disable from Bean.
Yeah, that is a scary thing. You don't want that to happen.
Oh, a little bit of tease. Watch your feet. Watch your head.
Watch your hair. Watch everything.
Watch everything. Oh my gosh.
Watch the sword.
Watch
the feet. The down 2 backing off.
Oh, the Dark Ascension is active, and we completely negate the teleport.
Yeah, Bean's been so good at doing that low shot, just at that perfect height that like Astra has nowhere to go and she teleports in.
Very, very strong, commanding presence from beancel. Again, losing to King-Tiza in winner's quarters in a 5-game 3-2 fashion against Peacemaker. So if he's gonna get the run, he wants to run back.
Yes, absolutely wants to run back. And now that Tiza's down in the lower bracket, it is possible that Jade finishing it off with such flair. Uh-oh, tell me, Ma.
Stu had a great idea with the anti-air, and Bean had a better idea with the float, but Stu was so on top of him after that float, getting a nice little 30-40% combo. But I mean, again, beancel finding his opportunity to get another 35,
That's
and
not fair.
that is what he has been labbing.
That's not fair.
Throw combo with the ground pound from Tremor. It is extremely unfair.
That is game breaking right there. I mean, you get tossed. There's no opportunity to avoid it other than, you know, going crazy and letting go of block altogether. But then the Tremor also comes out. No, that was rough, man. That was absolutely rough. I don't know if Stu realized what they got hit by.
I'd be so shocked that my mental be shattered. I can't lie, but Stu is better than me. Still keeping his head in the game as best he can. Gets the anti-air as well. And the first round finally going over to Stu in this game 3. Is this the lead that he needs? Is this the confidence builder that he needs? I mean, it's a great start, especially in this round 2 of game 3.
Yeah, Stu's doing a really good job of just kind of checking, you know, those huge gaps there, checking the shimmy attempt from Sindel, and that is quite a read. When she starts floating in front of you, she doesn't alter her float. It's just, you know, active overhead after active overhead, and that's Stu taking a huge risk. Nice delay wake up, getting that wake up button punish.
I have been saying this forever. Delayed wake up is extremely underrated, and I love it. It throws players off guard like beancel, who is on the attack, and Stu said, not today. The 3rd game going to Stu's favor, and this could be the start of a reverse 3-0 that Stu needs. Don't ask me what he's doing. Please don't ask me.
That is your man. You have to tell me. I don't think anyone else in this room is authorized to tell me what is going on there.
He's
right
very
to Tremor.
silly.
Oh my God, believes in Tremor.
He believes
in Tremor. It's just too hype. Is he really going to bet Kung Lao in just 1 game if it goes to game number 5?
He might. If it's an opportunity, if he loses his next game and it goes to game 5, he will go Lao. But at the same time, because of how good Sindel Lao is, but at the same time, Tremor's Sindel is so messed up and niche that how do you fight it? Yeah,
it's definitely going to hit you by surprise, but it just doesn't regenerate as fast as Lao had. And, you know, it's not as easy, you know, copy and paste sort of, you know, situation here. Like, Bean is on uncharted territory with this cameo pairing.
Absolutely, he's the only one too, but there is the overhead coming through, forcing Stu into the stun situation, and now you're in the corner against beancel. You're gonna be seeing the call back, and look how fast Tremor now regenerates, but now you're stuck against Light Ascension. We blocked the second hit, and we blocked the ball roll, which is now punishable, Darth!
It was punishable for. It was just a little harder to punish.
It's easier to punish now.
I wouldn't say easy, but it's definitely a little bit more manageable.
Oh, the cameo's duking it out in the background.
Back-to-back cameos, back-to-back projectiles. Now, that's the thing about Astra. She just hurts so much when she does find that hit. Oh, boy.
Oh, wow. Didn't bleed too much. Just want to go for just one little move. And we also put into Dark Ascension teleport again, this time with both Tremor and Sindel. Now, We force out the breaker. Stu having no real resources to gather. We use the ball roll, and it definitely comes through, but now it's beancell's turn to use his breaker.
Oh, boy. Oh, no, you can't commit to anything too crazy when that crystalline armor is on. No matter what kind of button you're getting hit by, it just retracts to just a static amount of hit stun.
Yep.
So you can't combo, and if you press a button that has a lot of recovery, you can actually get punished on a hit.
Ooh, Tremor trying to be a savior there, but thankfully Stu able to find himself around that cameo and finding a lot of leverage.
We drops it!
I can't do this. I can't do this. We drop it. We allow Beancel to get that same reset, and again, it is Beancel taking it in the run back and finishing off with the brutality against Stu. They're all laughs and giggles and kikikis. It was, yes, we know Buff Tremor. We know Buff Tremor. It says Tremor Beloved. I know it does. Buff Tremor, no. The only buff he maybe needs is cooldowns, just so maybe. But otherwise, I saw disgusting throw combos with the ground pounds. I saw disgusting situations where, do I block low? Do I block high? What do I do?
Very fast.
With the,
in your face.
It's just in your face. And some players can't block it. It's possible. I've seen it.
It happens.
He gets humbled very quickly. If you don't know how to do it.
And then it's Tremor is awful. Please buff.
And then Tremor is awful. He has long cooldowns. He sucks. But that is going to be Stu taking 7th place at DTN, falling to Beancel once more in a rematch with them too. And again, Stu, I love watching Stu.
Stu's really
one of the only Ashes I know.
That was a little uncharacteristic like of Stu there. That round was his. It was a huge drop. Didn't get the normal to come out, and instead just went with the unsafe uppercut. And it was. I
was like, bestie, that's not. You can't let anymore. You can't uppercut like that. I'm sorry.
It was a little rough. It was a little rough to see, but that's okay. I mean, you know, the nerves kind of get under your skin.
Yeah.
And you know, when you're up there and the pressure's on, and that's what's so fun about progressing as a fighting game player is the nerves can kind of get a hold of you. And I feel like personally, the only way to really get over that is just throw yourself in the water. Like, keep going to events.
Yeah.
Just do it, and then little by little. And I think the other thing, too, is you always want to try to keep in mind that as nervous as you are up there, the other player is also nervous. The other player is also, like, fidgeting, shaking, like adrenaline is going.
A little queasy.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. It'll happen. Coming up next on stream, we got King-Tiza going up against Herkuhlez. Herkuhlez we saw playing Kenshi a little earlier today on the loser side. Now, here's the interesting thing. Tiza is the brother of Rednose, for those of you just joining us. Might have said it earlier.
Hello.
Rednose, who's in Winners Finals, also plays Kenshi, and definitely one of the... I would say Rednose is easily a top 3 Kenshi in this world.
Absolutely.
Maybe even higher. Maybe even higher.
I would almost argue top 2, maybe top 1.
Yeah, it's definitely in the conversation.
Consistent he is, and how great he plays a character, especially more online than anything else.
Exactly,
But he's consistent both online and offline, which is always a big thing. Like, you could be a Wi-Fi warrior, and just play online all day, and you're playing with delay, you're playing with a little bit of ping issues, whatever, and you're fine.
Yeah, you're abusing things going your way.
You're abusing people's, lack of Ethernet cables, But at the same time, if you're able to do online and offline results and have consistency in that, that is what I think marks you as a very talented player.
And all with Kenshi, like pure Kenshi purist. Now this is interesting going in because Tiza's going to have that experience from his brother, from Rednose, and you can even see on the camera just before Rednose telling him something. Maybe he knows something about Herc's playstyle, but
they did play earlier. To be completely fair, 3-0 in favor of Rednose.
That's right. They did play earlier. Rednose going up in that situation, and Tiza. Oh, this is Tiza's game face. Can we leave the camera on Tiza a little bit? He has this like amazing game face when he's like focusing in on a combo. It's the best.
It's not that
hilarious.
One.
It's not that one. But he's ready. He's looking at the camera. Give me the eyebrows. He's gonna say it. He's saying buff Peacemaker. I don't read lips, but that's the only phrase that comes out of that man's mouth.
No. Oh, he wants to. He's trying to hog the other camera. I'm sick of these people.
That's not your camera, okay?
That's not your camera.
Let's chill out. Let's relax.
Oh, they're so funny. They're so silly. All right, gonna be seeing them start off real soon here. The button check has been done. We are locked and loaded. Again, very excited to see these two go at it. And wow, Herc must really hate this family line. Had to go against a brother, and now has to go against the other brother. And it is gonna be a match made in maybe hell. Not really heaven, match made in hell.
Definitely hell.
Definitely hell. Especially Peacemaker. Oh,
I hate both these characters.
I'm not about for real. Me too.
Whoa, the vest!
We
the
are
vest
getting
keeping him
humbled.
safe. The
Humbled.
vest eliminating that threat of the knives, and Herkuhlez coming. Maybe that's what Rednose was trying to tell Tiza. Like, watch out for that vest.
Watch out for Sub-Zero. We get rid of the Kano, but we also don't get too much value off of the anti-gravity hit. So Herkuhlez taking the first round off of just Sub-Zero being like, here's some vest, here's some fashion on you, bestie.
Those down twos really, really hurt. I mean, it wasn't a combo or anything.
Oh, wow.
Oh no, didn't have your vest on. Don't do it.
Oh, gonna be going for the armor instead. Gets it up. There we go. And now there's the Eagle again and use the force field probably to negate the overhead projectile that Sento does offer, but you get hit by Sub-Zero and you get forced out your breaker. But Sento's still out, bestie. He does not go away for a while. Has to be forced to use that gun for a little while longer just to get rid of Sento.
I don't know. He does have a bar. If
great.
he does tap in, he does find the hit. Maybe we're gonna re-up on Sento. Yes, we are. You gotta pay attention to it.
That's
he's
crazy.
dead.
That's
oh,
it. That's
dead.
it. That's it.
That's
the round.
Dead.
That's the round. That's the game. That's the first one gone. Going over to Herkuhlez. Throw the whole game out. Oh my goodness. That was amazing from her. Just finding great. Okay. Finding great opportunities to just punish King-Tiza, thinking that you're playing Peacemaker.
Yeah.
You're not, bestie.
No.
Not anymore.
This is Nerfed Maker.
Nerf Maker is insane.
This is Nerfed Maker. Nice poke here from Herkuhlez. Didn't want to commit to anything crazy, but does get the first hit. But that bar just goes immediately to waste here. Looking for some breather. What a call out from Tiza!
Oh my goodness.
The blow dart as a perfectly preemptive anti-air there.
Oh, I'm going to take the damage of the anti-gravity rather than face the knives, but unable to really recover himself in time to find a punish. It allows King-Tiza to just finagle his way to securing this first round. Herc, thankfully some space hasn't made. Can you get out of the corner? The anti-gravity does come through, but the vest was on just in the nick of time.
Oh yeah, just got in there. Just, whoa, anti-gravity fakes it out. Good call from Herkuhlez, knowing you're so worried about the up block. You're so worried that I'm gonna come up there that you're just trying to bluff.
Oh, I love, even though the armor torpedo did not come through the way that Tiza was expecting, I love that Kano was able to kind of negate Sento in that moment. It gave Tiza an opening to get out.
Ooh, the sweep, nobody home though. Flawless blocking, minimizing. That did no chip there at all, but watch your feet. Regular sweep from Peacemaker. I love the animation, just a straight gunshot to the shins.
Escape field was expecting the toward throw, and there's the breaker as well. Now, Herc is in a really, really, really bad spot. Try to go for the up block, but it's all for nothing. Kano's right behind you, stabbing you in the back at the same time.
I can't explain Tiza's faces when he's in game mode, but it's
he's locked in.
A lot of he's super locked in.
Can I help you?
Give us the Zoolander.
Can I help you? All these players are very goofy today. We're just staring at the camera, making me uncomfortable. We're
having a great time, okay?
Oh, we're having an amazing time.
We're having a great time, and that's what's important at these events. That's what's important, I think, in this realm of the FGC, is that you have fun. Fun. Offlines
are so fun, and yo, Herc is on top of it. He's trying to be aggressor, and Herc made sure that was not going to happen. The Sento is out, you're back in the bento box, and try and go for that same situation of torpedo into Kano, but I mean, Sento was able to actually negate Kano that time.
Uh-oh. No space, no space being filled, but that's a big whiff. That could have been a lot worse, but you know what? Opted. Okay. I think the idea of overhead was like so ingrained in his head. You know what I mean? When you want to do a button so bad that the next possible opportunity is that button that you're throwing out.
Yes.
Happens to the best of us.
It happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us. But man,
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Chief. I mean, 3 bars immediately into the Sento knee. I don't think that's good.
And you torpedo into, I mean, at the same time, you're able to get Sento out of there, but he's still active. We might actually refresh him here as you anti-gravity right between. Unfortunately, Herc was not able to get the refresh that we're looking for at the very least. So Tiza has the opportunity. The guns into the Kano ball, and then the Eagle as a low. Herc is in a world of hurt.
Herkuhlez Uh-oh.
Oh,
Kano
good
ball.
block.
Yeah, keeping it nice and safe no matter what was happening afterwards. Whoa, didn't commit, didn't believe in the entire thing, but that's because Sento's moves are so risky in this stance when that Sento is not there to back him up.
He didn't believe in one moment and then believed a little bit too much in the second, forcing the punish coming in from King-Tiza, forcing us into a round 3 now of this game 3. Oh my goodness, we're flying through these. The force field is out, going to gain that overhead projectile coming in from Herkuhlez, and then Kano again covering Tiza for any mistakes he makes, and that one will not be covered. Why are you grabbing me?
Yeah, don't go for the throw. But MKNJ, too many people abuse command grab. Shout out to Silence Returns.
Let's go. All right, able to find himself out of the Sento Bento box. And, oh, I love the idea of trying to negate the anti-gravity, but we still find a way to put a lot of pressure on Tiza. Can we find the back throw once more?
Now, I'm seeing right here from Tiza a lot of wake-up down normals is a good way to get around a lot of Kenshi Sento shenanigans.
He got mixed up there. You saw the fourth throw come out, and typically Tiza is very consistent with those back throws, but this should spell victory for Herc. Gonna be seeing that game go to his favorite.
There you go. Give me the eyebrows.
Okay. A little eyebrow. I see you.
Give me the eyebrows.
Oh, there's a brother coming in for a little bit of coaching. We got 30 seconds each between each game.
Oh, we got my brother and me on the stage.
Telling
me. He's lies. Don't listen to anything Rednose says.
He's saying, don't listen to him. Listen to him. He's lying. Kenshi vote here.
You know what I think Rednose? You know what I think Rednose said to Tiza? He said, "How are you losing this matchup? Kenshi's bad.
Why are you losing? You're bad."
Kenshi is bad. Kenshi loses this matchup. Just lock in. We're literally what he said to him. I just got confirmation off stage. That's literally what he said to him. He said, Kenshi loses to Peacemaker. Just lock in.
Just stop playing around with your food. Just do what Peacemaker does best.
How do you get helpful advice against the down player? You can't. It's impossible.
You can't. Especially when you just keep consistently getting folded by Sub-Zero cameo gang. You freeze all up, and then again, Sento able to get a lot of mileage, and Herc is doing amazing. Forces Breaker, but arguably it's a little bit too late. Your health is already almost gone. You have no mirror to really profit off of, and you're forced to really zone out and only use Kano knives.
Whoa, the overhead connecting here, but that's okay. Didn't need much afterwards. That's a little scary. Again, in that stance, everything's so much more unsafe.
Good up block, but again, Kano makes everything safer than you would think.
Best backdash in the game. I'm sorry. Best backdash in the game. I mean, it's either between Kenshi or Homelander, but it's very, very close.
Oh, and you know, even then, best pressure in the game as well. I mean, you are getting rolled. The Kano is out. We go for the down 2 anyway. We get rid of Kenshi. You're at less than 5 HP, and Herkuhlez takes it 3-1 over King-Tiza in a amazing, noble fashion. And again, Rednose in the audience saying, "Why are you losing to Kenshi? Why are you losing to Kenshi?"
Rednose is convinced everyone in this top 8 doesn't know how to deal with Kenshi except him. Except Rednose.
He 3-0'd him in winner's quarters. It was a 3-0 convincing fashion.
That's okay though. I mean, what are you gonna do? But what's cool is that Herc is picking up the pieces.
Yep.
You know, it's got to be a little demoralizing. It hurts your pride a little bit when you lose in a mirror match. You know, I mean, I always see a mirror match as just one of the many matchups in the entire roster.
Yes.
But it hurts to know that I'm going into this match with the same tools, the same knowledge as my opponent. And when you don't come out the victor, it just really hurts your ego.
What am I missing?
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
What fundamentals am I missing here? What am I not realizing?
But he's looking great, though. He's looking great.
Yeah.
Destroy, you know, the 3-0 over Poseidon, the 3-1 over Tiza. And again, that has to be the confidence booster, knowing that how close Tiza and Rednose are in terms of, you know, training partners and literally brothers that live in the same house. And you were still able to bring something different with Kenshi. You were still able to outplay, to outthink, to outclass your opponent on the stage here at Defend the North X. And coming up next, we have on the other side of losers, this winner is going to be facing, I believe, Herkuhlez after this, but it's going to be Mist versus beancel.
I think everything up till, well, until the rest of like losers will just be KGE team kills. Sorry, Copper. It kind of sucks, but it's just how everything crumbled, right?
I see a lot of representation. I think you're right. I think Bean is a little tired.
He looks exhausted, but he also is low-key insomnia.
Well, how much sleep? How much sleep did Bean get last night?
Less than There's no excuse. We got 7 or 8 hours of sleep last night.
Wow.
It was a lot.
The theme of our caravan coming over here from Jersey was that nobody slept.
Oh, really?
Everyone, they were like, I was too nervous thinking about tomorrow, and it's just like jittery. This is the first like big tournament that Mist has ever entered. Mist only goes to MKNJ.
Yes.
He's never been outside of MKNJ. He's like Charlie in those early seasons of Always Sunny. Just never left MKNJ, never left Philadelphia.
That's his home. That's that is home for a lot of us here at MKNJ.
Yes, that's true.
I'm glad that he's making such a great debut into players like Rednose, into players like Alphabet, into players like beancel and Herk, like very notable players that got great placements at the recent Evo. Beancel getting 33rd. I want to say Herk getting 49th.
Yeah.
Like
Herk was a little upset with those Evo results, but still, I mean, it's Evo, huge, prize pool and a lot of tough competition going your way. Leading up into this bout, we did have Mist just losing 3-1 to Rednose in winter semis of the top 8, but Mist having victories over the Alphabet and Juan Wike, whereas beancel taking the victories over Stu out of pocket, losing to King-Tiza in that nail biter, like you said before, and then,
him.
him. He
had to go against a lot of foods today, if you really think about it.
Oh, yeah.
Stu and
tons. A lot of. What am I seeing? What am I seeing? All right.
If you check brackets, not real. Don't see who
brackets not real.
In winners round 2 against beancel.
Don't. It's not. It was not him.
It was not. It was
a
him.
troll.
It was very troll, but he played phenomenal, I must say.
Yes. In Super Bowl is a very good player fundamentally, and it's funny because like it comes from like old MKs, and Super Bowl can beat majority of MK9 players by just hitting random. And he's so good with like every character. It's insane.
His name is in Super Bowl?
In Super Bowl,
I thought it was just Soup.
Soup in Super Bowl. I think in Super Bowl is the full name.
The full name, but Soup is like his nickname.
Yes.
Because it's funny because he went against Stu and Soup.
What's
the next Soup coming in?
Too many. What's the next meal coming in for
What's
Bean?
What's the next meal? We're going to see a little
Bean
bit.
is a food itself.
Bean is a food. I'm sick of it here.
Gosh.
All right, give me seeing the first. Oh, I think this is still a button check, right? No, they're starting off, I think. But I will say, KGE, Kingsguard esports coming through, and these guys are on the same team. They fight each other all the time. I think Bean is slightly up on Mist, but he told me they go back. Him, Jusmeezy, and Mist all go back and forth so consistently that, again, this loser's run can be a toss-up, but when you're able to find your opening against Mist, that's where beancel is going to be shining here. And in the crystalline armor, making sure that Homelander cannot really, get those combos started, like you mentioned earlier. The hit stun is all consistent.
Oh, super consistent, and it's just like so plentiful here. Janet with the assist here, extending. I mean, this thing does not scale still. This still does not scale. Good damage for just one cameo.
Oh, going in for the cartwheel. And then Tremor on the back end kind of helping beancel in what could have been a really bad situation for him. Oh, love the aggression. And Janet coming in again. That's another low combo coming in for Mist here and finishing off with a nut puncher and forcing the breaker.
He's got full bar. He's got fatal blow. Both these players don't want to do anything. Never mind. They both take to the sky. And it's going to be Homelander's victory here. I mean, this is Homelander. Like, the sky is his home.
The sky is his home. And, if Sindel having the float is really good to kind of psych out your opponent, and the pressure is really good. But with someone like Movement, like Homelander, you have to be a little bit more careful with how you want to use your float, how you want to anti-air.
Exactly. Yeah. You got to be a little bit more cautious because most of the other cats isn't as mobile, isn't as quick to go right in your face. A little too far for Bean to make that connect there. I think he just wanted one little stray hair to hit and then go right into Scream, but just didn't get there in time with the wave dash. Oh,
ooh, good punish on the high laser coming in from Mist with the Scream.
I love the confidence when you've got the crystalline vest on. You're just like, I'm going in.
I'm gonna watch.
You're not stopping me at all. You can even see the hesitation from Mist, like, I can't press a button. Do I just let him in? Do I just block for my life?
Excellent block from Mist. We've seen Beancel having to make a judgment to use the back throw instead, and also breaker from Beancel, which means that you're the one in the deficit. You don't have any really meter to play with, and now we're just kind of trading projectiles for a while here, but it's gonna be Mist being the aggressor, and Janet once again coming through to help out.
Uh-oh, standing position. Good block by Bean, but a terrible punish. You got to go for a stand normal right there into your string. You don't settle for a down
Good
one.
Escape.
He's
Good
alive.
escape.
He's alive because of that escape, but there's 10 seconds left on the clock. Is it going to connect here? It does! It does, and we're going right into character select. The fastest I've ever seen anything.
Have you considered not dropping your float?
During
What?
the fatal blow.
Can we talk about how that was such a frame perfect meme?
Yes. Yes.
Was he practicing that at home?
I don't know. I don't even know why you would attempt to drop down at all. He tried to go for a high. He definitely did. He tried
Yes.
to drop the fatal blow, and I commend the attempt. However, I play like a little coward, and I would not be contesting it with the splits in the air, personally.
I mean, yeah, again, Homelander, the eye lasers just make instant connection with you. The low, low, low from the fatal blow.
And again, I mean, Janet coming in for a nut punch, able to find, and Beancel can at least recover fast enough to block it. And Grimmy going for a little bit of pushback. It was flawless blocked, which means Mist gets a little bit more opportunity to get this little, 30% with the neck crack coming in at the very end. And then a laser again, man.
Yeah, the double low laser. It's such a good option in the corner. Plus, if it gets blocked, a nice free combo for you if it doesn't. Hey, Janet, thanks for the assist. Here's a little bit more
Janet's
damage, but not
scaling.
enough.
Oh, low kick.
Give him the boot.
Hello.
Little boot.
Bah.
It's such a funny little float animation where he's just like dangling, like la la
He's
la.
like, he's
Gravity
dangling
doesn't
low
apply to
leg.
me. La la la.
Being still in the corner, and like you said, oh, that's where I like that float. Very excellent, well-timed float, but unfortunately, he just didn't, push forward enough to get a lot of value out of the scream that he was able to get.
I'm not sure why he opted to go for a throw instead of just a regular combo. I don't know if he was trying to play around the breaker opportunity or, but I feel like breaker, forcing your opponent to come off breaker is such a good feeling because you literally drain every single bit of their bar.
And the resource management is kind of gone for a good minute there. The Christine armor is, again, right there, very useful because, again, Mist using that laser beam, not going to do much on Beancel's armor as he gets a very easy little combo started here and sends Mist back into his own corner. Can you keep the pressure up? Yeah. Why are you approaching? Stop approaching. Get punished by Bean going over to round 3.
And that was just like a confident walk, coast to coast.
Oh, yeah.
Sindel just going in, being so sure of her buttons before they come out, so sure of the approach, and just juggling this obstacle course known as Homelander's lasers. What a conversion here. Recognizing how
Another
far
one.
away Homelander was, knowing you had to go right into Scream immediately. Here
Okay.
comes the breaker from Beam, the very extra gigantic rock from Tremor. I don't know why he does that. I don't know where he gets it.
He's going to be trading breakers here. Honestly, very favorable. I mean, it's very even playing field. They're going to be allowing Mist to find something started onto Beancel. Going to be kind of sending it a little bit further into the corner. Janet also coming in, but I mean, Beancel tries to push in, and Mist just knows that he has the advantage. Oh my god, the advantage of all time even. Now you're in the corner. Go for the carpet overhead. Huge.
I almost feel like he forgot that it's overhead. I think I saw him blocking low. Whoa, hold on. Do we actually? No. The crystalline vest. The crystalline vest. You cannot combo somebody when they have the vest on. See my goddamn vest and don't do anything. Just don't. Wait. No. He got it.
There's one more kick at the end. He's going to be at 1 HP. No, that's it.
Got him.
That's it.
Homelander struggle.
People always forget about the kick at the very end that she does after the leg pull.
I don't want to talk about her fatal blow. It hurts.
It's just, I used to think it was a certain area, but it's not. It's just the ligaments.
I still don't like that area. It's very
scary. It hurts.
Very squeamish around that area.
I understand. Me too. we don't like looking at it. I felt better when it wasn't what I thought it was, but it's not any better, I promise. And not even better is Miss Health Bar just going straight down. Oh, there's the timer again, and it forces Breaker out so early, dude.
That forward 4 from Homelander has such an incredible range, and the fact that he can just hit confirm it. Oh!
What are we hitting? Gasper? Vime. A little bit of pressure. We'll be seeing the laser as a kind of a punish for floating on top of Beancel. Oh, great up block.
What an up
Sindel
block.
is an up blockable character. Do it, and she can do nothing.
Yeah, and it's kind of, you have to kind of play to the up block as Sindel. You got to go for more of those shimmy attempts. You got to go for, instead of going for the second overhead, fake it out, land, and really punish.
This is what I'm talking about. Saw Janet able to kind of, yeah, he actually should be able to live here unless he goes for the, oh no, being able to find the crystalline armor as a protector, then understands, well, I'm going to go for cartwheel, my overhead, because she's an overhead machine.
Easily. And when you don't use the ambush version of Tremor, it comes back so fast. It's literally back right now. Full ambush, ready to go from Tremor.
There it is. Tremor just kind of there to make some space happen. Makes Miss a little bit scared. Yeah, hello.
Little flex, hello. Don't forget I'm here.
Oh, Janet too. She said, I'm here. Hello.
That's the second time he's done that. I don't know what's going on with Mist here.
Mist, best we got locked back into the game. You have no bar. You get down 2'd, and there is beancel getting another combo. Sorry for himself. Gonna be cutting it short. Opting to go for a dive kick, and also able to get that forward throw as well from the Tremor. And you're a little too far for that. You know this.
Never mind. Backdash, backdash, backdash. So good by Homelander. The mobility. That super plus. Don't press. I'm surprised he was confident to just walk forward there.
The down 2 as a negator for that fly from Homelander. Yes, he's absolutely dead here. Oh.
Do we have to see this again? I don't want to see this again. I really don't want to see this again. It's still there right there. Oh, we got Bean locking in.
And Bean...
No.
I mean, the Sindel's damage scaling is extremely unfavorable, to say the least. It scales so quickly that, you know, I understand why he went for the fatal blow. And to secure the game as well, I agree. I completely agree here.
Yeah. Do it. Go for it. Don't leave it up to chance. Just press those 2 buttons and watch the damage watch the damage get done.
You're absolutely right. Oh, big up block, huge up block. In fact, one of the easiest things to, you know, I actually love the addition of the up block in MK1.
Yeah,
I will say, I think it's one of the best things they could have added as like a small niche thing to just something new, but not too crazy.
Yeah,
you know, like the hit system.
I love how it has counterplay. The throws do a little bit more damage when you punish those up blocks. And if you're a character with command grabs that do damage, it does tons of damage.
Oh, beancel didn't believe, but he believed there. Tremor able to come in with the assist as well, but it was a little bit too late on that follow through. And understanding this, Jen is a little bit too much of a problem. We're going to break it early on before anything else can happen here. A little bit of a zoning game now.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like shades of like Injustice 2 Deadshot Mirrors, where like you had a rock, paper, scissors situation where, you know, certain projectiles, certain full screen options beat other ones but lost to the others. Oh boy.
Oh, no punish. The little pushback was really good for beancel, and there's another down 2, going for a dive kick and trying to get the pushback again. Get off me too, and the last minute crystalline armor is clutch to win this round 1.
No, that was just pure stubbornness, pure bullheaded move from Mist there. The vest was on, he thought he could interrupt it, and he just like, you know, was just pounding on an immovable object like over and over again, thinking that something different was going to happen. If that vest is on, just wait it out. It doesn't last that long. Mist in a bad spot here. I don't know if he's going to build enough bar to opt for another breaker, but he's on his last legs here.
He is, and he has to start doing something. And besides getting up-blocked once again for his efforts, being so able to find the opportunity and also find the unmixable mix that you just can't, the unmixable mix you can't even react to at time. And there is another one. Oh, you just go for the push drop. Yep, going for the full string for punishing the approach from Mist after being literally less than like 5 health, and the hug at the end, it's a team kill. It was gonna happen at some point before these guys in bracket.
Yeah, I mean, these guys play a lot. They go back and forth, like you said. And now I believe Bean will be, I believe we're gonna have winners finals next, but this sets up Bean for Herkuhlez.
Yes.
And that is gonna be a run back from Evo, actually.
Yes, Bean taking it, I wanna say 3-0 or 3-1 against Herkuhlez.
That's right.
In the winner's side.
Yes, very early on. I wanna say like immediately out of
round
pools,
2 or round 3.
Was it during pool?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was during pools.
During
That's right.
First, the way first of the pools, they were like the first. Like he was like, "Why is Herc my backpack again? We are teammates." But
not only teammates, but also you know you play a lot at MKNJ.
Yeah.
Sometimes weekly, Friday nights, MKNJ.
They play sometimes they go into Friday, into Saturday, monthly MKNJ, and it's like...
We got a lot. We got a lot going on. If you guys do want to catch up, or if you guys are in the NJ area, follow me on Twitter. That's where I update everyone on what's going on MKNJ.
Even the New York area, very easy to get to. I get there from New York with
easy.
I was lucky with the bus this time.
The Poppy bus?
Last time I went to the... I didn't go... He went on
the Poppy bus.
Yeah, and he said they were better. The what?
The Jitney. That's the government name of the Poppy bus. the Poppy bus that goes from New York City to New Jersey
Yeah.
and various other places. Yeah, the Jitney. That
Yeah,
little
he said
white
it was an
bus.
amazing experience. He said where he wants to go, he paid $5 and they were there.
Super easy.
And I was like, wow, I'm
super
jealous.
fast. Yes.
I'm jealous. I have to fight. I have to fight tooth and nail with the NJ Transit every single time I go over to New Jersey.
I mean, it's such a hassle, you know, going into the
very
bus
stressful.
station,
It's
and you
very
gotta know
stressful.
where you're going. Is this bus going there? No, it's going there
like,
for some reason.
Weekend service. It's going local instead of express, or express instead of local. I'm in Rutherford for some reason. I gotta take a 10-minute Uber back. It's very stressful. What's also very stressful is gonna be seeing winners finals between Rednose and Jusmeezy. Kenshi versus Sub-Zero. Why? That's just crazy.
Why?
Why? Like,
So-
that's funny.
So Meezy plays at MKNJ almost weekly, almost every week.
Yes.
Herkuhlez also there. So Meezy definitely has a game plan here. I believe just last night, Meezy took it over Herc either 3-1 or 3-2.
Oh, wow.
And so that game plan is there. Like, Meezy's not going to be going into this without, you know, a solid idea, an understanding, if you will, of Rednose. Now, Meezy into this bracket being seed number 3, Rednose being seed number 4, and then basically guaranteeing 3rd place or higher with each other here. This could go either way. Honestly, I think Meezy has what it takes, just because I feel like Rednose relies a lot on people not really knowing how to deal with Kenshi, where the gaps are. I've also heard
Yeah?
that Sub-Zero is one of those matchups that actually beats Kenshi. I've heard the number 7-3 thrown around. I don't know how true that number is.
70-30 is I would argue
Oh, the smash is showing. 70-30.
maybe
Hey.
Hey, it's okay. We're all friends
Hey.
here. We're all friends. It's okay.
I would argue more 60-40, you know? Like, to say 70-30 is a very, like, it's hard winning. And I feel like there's no true matchup in Mortal Kombat 1 that's, like, hard winning, because you also have the addition of cameos.
Yeah,
You know, they
you can
facilitate so much.
Exactly, and then you can add the versatility when you need the versatility.
Absolutely.
You can add the combo extensions when you need that. You can add, you know, the safety when you need that, depending on what that situation is. So you're a little bit more free to express yourself. You're a little bit more free to cover those specific weaknesses in those specific matchups.
Yep.
So Sub-Zero, what I've heard from Kenshi players,
Oh, boy.
the ice clone, it's hard to catch him in there, like, in neutral. So, like, obviously, like, don't do it on Kenshi's wake up. He's just gonna, you know, do those really far-reaching normals to go right through the clone. But also his slide is one of the better wake ups, not only because it activates so quickly, but because it low profile Sub-Zero so low to the ground. So again, all the Kenshi's words, not mine. They said this is a 7-3 Sub-Zero's favor. Let's see what happens.
I fear I don't agree, and you know what? I think
I don't agree with any Kenshi player.
I don't. You know what? Very, very real for that, actually. I don't agree with any Kenshi. You're all liars.
Liars.
But in all reality, this is the most projectile-based game plan I have seen yet, and it's gonna be Rednose carrying 3 bars.
I mean, nobody wants to commit. Nobody wants to, you know, once you go in, you're taking a huge risk. And again, this is a little tidbit about Jusmeezy, the way he plays. He doesn't like playing like this. He does not like playing lame, and you can kind of see internally he's struggling. He wants to go in so bad, but he knows that that's a bad idea. Don't go in. You can apply more chip damage, you know, as long as you're a little bit more careful with your approach. Nobody's really made any combo contact here.
Oh, and you know, Jusmeezy tried to by actually finding the low there, but unfortunately it's gonna be Rednose who gets you know, missed by the Lunar cameo. But thankfully, Meezy able to find the J-Blades as a combo extender, and also find that ice slide into the fan lift.
There's only 8 seconds left on the clock, Mott. There's only 5 seconds left on the clock.
Back up, hold block. There we go!
Jusmeezy doing it. You can even see the little smirk. He is not happy doing this.
No,
he's like
not.
smirking and he knows he won, but like that's
like,
not how he wants to win. Meezy's a mix machine. Like literally wants to go in and mix. And in this matchup, you just can't do that.
You absolutely can't. But Meezy is at the same time, you're playing the right game plan against someone like Kenshi. You're playing the right pace. You're playing the right tempo. It's just finding the opportunity to use basically your 3 cameos to find that way in, while Rednose kind of relies on that ice armor or the freeze. And if you just don't get in the way of that freeze, you're fine. We're on the wrong way. It allows for that forward throw coming in front, with the back throw coming from Rednose. And now, what do we do in the corner?
Nice flawless
good.
block from Meezy. Checked him with a down one. He wasn't really sure what he could get afterwards. Oh, no whiff punish there. Good opting from Rednose not to really commit to the entire string, but just to kind of feel out what Meezy was doing. Now, there's only 39 seconds left on the clock. Rednose has a huge life lead over Meezy. He wants to come in. He wants to mix. He wants to find that hit. Now, a few times with the Sento drop, what Sub-Zero can do is he can up block the Sento drop and then go for an immediate slide for an actual punish.
That game might be a little bit too ambitious there, especially now we only have 20 seconds left on the clock here. The Sento is
push.
out at the very least, and honestly, if you can, we can't push here. Now that Sento has kind of inched towards you very threateningly. 10 seconds left on the clock.
There's no time.
There's no time.
You're not going to screw this up. Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Let's
You
go.
might screw this up. Fatal blow? Make him waste it?
Do it! Do
no,
it!
No. It was going to scale too much. That was the right call. That was the right call.
You're
it was
right.
going to scale too much.
I just get too excited.
I got excited too.
I get too
and
excited.
And we forgot that time exists.
Time exists, scaling exists. If you do too many hits, it's too much. The crowd's going wild behind Meezy, supporting their boy KGE Jusmeezy, and it forces the breaker so early. Meezy is playing a little more aggressive, now forced to back up now again. Oh, we are inching towards you. That's scary.
I'm so surprised he's not checking the Sento, but it is kind of like bait, and that's what Rednose is relying on. He wants you to like check the Sento with something, and then you get the sword thrown at you.
And then we just re-establish that Sento again. Dropping the Sento, there it is. It's gone for a tight second there, but now it's back. The ice clone is right in his face though. Can approach, and there you go. You have a projectile of some sort. Utilizing it is so strong here. And then Chameleon also coming in to not only negate the Sento, but also hit Reynolds in the back. That is what I'm looking for. Another freeze here and set you in the corner with the ice spear.
He's backing off. Meezy has no reason to go in. Meezy has a life lead. He has no reason to go in. There's 30 seconds left on the clock. Straight hit going your way. That's okay. Oh, no. This does a ton of damage. This does a ton of damage, and it throws Sento there.
He still has the life lead, but...
No, he couldn't get there in time. He couldn't get there in time. Maybe a slide, but he's trying not to let it affect him. It's in his mind completely. Gets the stand too. Meezy taking that grueling game number 1 down to absolutely nothing. No time left. I don't know how these guys have any gas left in the tank.
I am stressed out. I've been sitting here comfortable for past hour and 42 minutes. We are seeing Meezy just take it so confidently against Rednose, playing the right game plan. Yes, that was just game 1.
That was literally what I was going to say. That was just game 1, and that's how long it took. And I don't see this going to any less than 5 games. Now Rednose, so versatile in his cameo picks, always able to kind of switch it up depending on the matchup.
Wow.
Is that fair? Is that fair? Sento summon? He's like, I'm tired of hiding behind this wall. I'm tired of just sitting back while I can't get Sento out, because that's the #1 thing that's the game-winning plan. That's the game-winning strategy. Get Sento out and get the 2-on-1 situation. Nice double jump 2-1 by Meezy to kind of get as far away as Sento as possible.
Yeah, Meezy went for the air-to-air, finds himself successful in that regard. Goes for the back throw, gets the highest damage back throw, which is with the Jade cameo. And now, again, Meezy and Rednose being so even here. Also want to say, Rednose swapping over, having the striker out instead of the Sub-Zero. Very, very notable. But there's Fatal Blow. There's also the breaker. Meezy still having the life lead, however. And then the ice slide.
He just did it?
To finish him off is very strong.
He just did it?
He just did it, yeah.
He
just
did it again? He just did it again?
Yeah, that's wrong.
Meezy's right now, this is not what... I feel like Meezy's happy that he's going in. He's like, I'm glad you're going in because I love playing like this. I love waking up. I love calling out throws, and I love going for mix.
There's also less of a fear factor now that there's no Sub-Zero cameo on the board here. You're not in any, you're just afraid of being raw mixed up by Sento instead of having the parts frozen by that Sub-Zero cameo. But I mean, just Meezy getting kind of destroyed in 30 seconds of this round 2. But that's round 2, we're going to round 3. That's A-okay, baby.
I don't understand how these matches could be so polarizing. These matches couldn't be any more different. Yeah, watch that light.
Yeah,
Super
watch
bright.
out. Where you at? Oh, not again.
Who's in the back seat? How much did you have to drink?
How much have you drink? He's walking up straight line from real fast. Oh, there's Chameleon coming in and doing that straight line for him. Gonna be seeing the reset here as well. And we may have dropped a little bit. And then the striker 2 come through. That's huge for Rednose. Yeah, that quite but the dive
Nice
kick
conversion.
is absolutely amazing, and the fan lift as an assist to continue this combo is only going to help Meezy more and more.
I mean, that's the other thing too that a lot of people fail to recognize. Like, there's an asset to the fact that Sub-Zero combos take so long that against a character like Kenshi, you're waiting ages, you're waiting hours for that cameo to come back.
Good escape.
And that Sento to still be in play, and it might not by the time the Sub-Zero combo's over. Even though it does no damage, it takes a long time.
Okay, Meezy being very careful here, trying to go for the overhead. The Glaive does come through again, getting a little bit of chip damage on top of Rednose, who has taken this block pressure a lot most of the time. Oh, we go straight in. We have Breaker, we absolutely do, and we utilize it in the last moment. Now what? Now it's gonna be a projectile game again? No,
He just did it.
He did it again.
He just did it.
Third time.
He just did it. This is Meezy at absolute comfort. Now we got King-Tiza going up.
He ran up. He said, "Wait."
He said, "I
Why
might."
are you losing to Sub-Zero?
He's like, you know, this is a bad matchup, right? You know you can't do anything, right?
You know you can't press like that. You know that, right? You know you can't be something like that. You gotta react to those ice slides, by the way, okay? Like, it's third time in a row you've been hit by them. Come on now.
I don't think Striker cameo is the way to go, because you could just see how much more comfortable Meezy was. Like, Meezy's like, you're not hiding behind Ice Fest, you're not staying full screen. Bet, I love it. Let's go in, let's party. Like that's what he wants.
Sub-Zero how Sub-Zero is meant to be played, basically.
I mean,
you know?
that depends on who you're asking. You know, some people love playing it like Sub-Zero cameo, and just laming it out, just getting away.
You see, when you say laming it out, that makes me believe that's not the way stuff is meant to be played.
Wow. Okay, it's a very old term. I've been in the FGC for a long time.
Yeah.
Laming it out just means it doesn't mean anything derogatory. It doesn't mean anything negative. It
You're kind of
just
just playing safer.
Safer, exactly.
Lots of space.
But laming it out sounds so much funnier.
It sounds like you're playing lame.
I mean, essentially you are. Like, you're sitting back, you're not taking risks, and you're waiting. You're waiting for the opponent to make a mistake. Oh, I love that little walk up and block there to get rid of the clone, but I feel like in this game it's almost useless because the clone doesn't last that long.
Yeah, I mean, you let it go away, and you know, maybe it's an extra second you may have saved in the grand scheme of things when you're going to time most of these rounds.
And I feel like you could easily mess that up and get frozen by mistake.
I would mess it up personally.
All the time.
I would mess it up. Like, oh, well, I walked into it. My bad. Full meter online for Jusmeezy, by the way. Rednose only having 1, maybe almost 2 now. And again, Meezy kind of going back to that more lame.
There we go.
More lame play style.
I converted you.
I'm learning. I'm only 22. I'm learning. I have to learn.
I'll send you some old school FGC clips. There you go.
That'd be great, actually.
Lame is just that was the New York style of play back in those days.
Oh,
what?
The fan lift was so good. It's the dive kick as an entrance, and Rednose just wasn't really prepared for that opportunity.
And now that combo was all about positioning here. It literally did 8%. It did less damage because he didn't let the throw rock.
Oh, again, Ice Armor is out. The Ice Armor is online for Rednose, and there's
Breaker.
the freeze. There's the breaker, as well as a complete just like shutdown. The Ice Clone is also just going to be stuffing out Sento, and now we have 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. That is likely going over to Jusmeezy again. Round 1 of this match points. Round 2 has to be. We have to see a change from Rednose. We have to.
I mean, I didn't think it was going to go down like this, but again, you have to look at everything. You have to look at the big picture. Meezy, with tons of experience. Obviously, you know, Herkuhlez not at the level of Rednose as, you know, losing the mirror match, but the fact that you have a little bit of a blueprint, a little bit of a strategy, it helps you so much. But I might have spoke too soon because here comes full-blown Sento sandwich. Now, this is definitely not fair here. Ending it here. Sento on the left side, Kenshi on the right. There's literally nothing you could do. You guess for your life. That's the low option, hitting perfectly. And Meezy opting to go for that. Oh, no. He just threw it again.
Oh, my God.
That's what I'm telling you.
did.
Rednose is a maniac with that meter. He will use that meter for anything except breaker. Throw the sword. Resummon Sento. Like, that's literally all he wants to do.
Can Meezy bring it back from a sub 100 health deficit? Oh, as I say that,
yes, he
you
can.
absolutely can. The J Kimbo does come through, gets a Glaive combo sender, and you're just axing this man in the face in the corner forever and ever. We get also are able to set up
one reset. That's all he needs is one reset.
That's it. That's all you need. Okay, we're being pushed back a little bit here. Now we get that.
He got it. He got it.
He got it. He got it.
I don't know. This is going to be close. No?
Mash.
We're shaking hands. It's over.
We're shaking. We're not even going to mash.
And it's over.
We're going to
Meezy.
bow out.
Measy going into the grand finals on the winner's side, and Rednose losing that first tournament life, but it's not over yet. This is a double elimination tournament. That means every competitor has to lose twice to be out of this tournament, and Rednose is still in there. Even though it was a 3-0, I think a player like Rednose, with the access to all the top players that he knows, I think he can easily get some text message advice that could completely shift the tide going into losers finals and then potentially grand finals.
The Kenshi Discord server is going crazy right now.
just
letting you know, they just clipped everything that happened, and they're saying it's like, hey, what do we do? What's
That's
happening?
a bad matchup.
That's a bad matchup. What do we do?
Not helpful.
Loshi. Loshi, hashtag Loshi 2024.
Loshi, buff Loshi.
Buff Loshi at DTNX, please. But that was amazing. And I also want to say, like, Rednose still has the opportunity to make it.
Yeah.
Only because the two people that are still in losers, that being Herkuhlez and beancel,
Yes.
he's taken them.
Yeah.
Before. Rednose previously in a tournament against beancel and against Herkuhlez just now in winner's side. So it's still very doable to see him come back to grand finals against Measy, but then you have to deal with the fact that you have to get a double 3-0 or a double 3-0 to get the reset and to actually win the bracket. Where Measy has to just like, all right, I'm chilling.
One set.
One set,
Measy's got
I'm
a little bit more breathing room.
Yep.
In order for Measy to lose in grand finals, he's got to lose 2 sets because he still has both his tournament lives intact. But let's focus on the loser semis.
Yep.
Herkuhlez going up against beancel. The run back from Evo, as we said before,
Yes.
I believe it was a very decisive 3-0 or 3-1 in Bean's favor.
Yes, it was. And I was at work, and he was texting me all that, and I was like, "Oh my God, you won!" I was watching the bracket as I was updating, and I was so anxious because like I said, always going back and forth. Oh my, he's tired. See, I told you,
He's so
exhausted.
Tired. Did not sleep last night.
I don't know how.
Fake news.
I was slumped. I was EP.
Fake news.
I don't know how he didn't sleep. I was good. I was out for the count.
I don't know, man. I think Bean might be underestimating his opponent a little bit. When Herkuhlez is he's one of those guys that wears his heart on his sleeve.
Yeah.
Very emotional. When the highs are high, he's feeling great. When the lows are low, right after losing, right after being eliminated, it's, he literally almost didn't come today because he lost last night at MKNJ Weekly.
No.
And it was like, what's the point? I don't know if I should go. Like, I'm going to embarrass myself. But look, he's guaranteed top 4 here. If he wins this set, he's guaranteed top 3 or better. And like I said, there was no easy path anywhere in this bracket.
No, there wasn't. No matter where you were, whether you were the last year or the first seed, everything was a fight and a half. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Lots of these games did go the mile. They went the distance. They went to game 4. They went to game 5 a lot of the time, and they weren't like, 2-0 rounds, 2-0 rounds. It was like round 3s consistently over and over and over again. So these two are going to be the exact same song and dance. We have seen them at multiple MKNJs. Herc taking over Bean taking over Herc more often than not. Like, they just go back and forth so often. So again, there's a run back for Herc. Hopefully he's able to secure it. I'm happy. And
I'm hungry.
And bro, who wants Texas Roadhouse?
Wow.
I want his Roadhouse.
Hit him up on Twitter. Hit beancel up on Twitter.
You want Texas Roadhouse? I want his Roadhouse. I love his Texas Roadhouse. The butter, I might not be able to go, but like, just bring me a basket of the rolls and the cinnamon butter. I'm good. That's my meal. That's my dinner, actually. All carbs, all sugar, all vibes.
Let's do it. I think you can. I think you can afford it. It's okay.
They're free, so yes. I can afford it for days. But as we're getting started, as the balance check has now simmered down, we're getting real into it. I'm scared. Yeah. I love these guys a lot. I've commented it multiple times at a lot of MKNJs, whether it's the monthlies, whether it's at other offline events or online events, like, or when they're just doing crew battles for 2 hours in my house, and I have to just eat that, and I just gotta like watch it the entire time. They're very, very phenomenal players, and whoever comes out on top, it will still be a dub for KGE. At the end of the day.
100%. And I think it's more about who's coming after the remaining 2 players afterwards. And I think Rednose is a very tough opponent. And you gotta always wonder, in Herkuhlez' spot, you're thinking, if I win this game, I have to go and play someone who 3-0'd me with my own character.
Yeah,
so I think we're gonna be seeing a little bit lack of morality here, or a lack of confidence coming from the side of Herkuhlez. But Bean could be completely different. Now we're getting serious. No tremor.
Yeah, Lao is here. And that is why Lao is great for Sindel. Force the breaker super early for Herc, Bean still having that double meter in his back pocket. And Lau also, look how fast he regenerates. Way faster than Tremor.
Way faster than Tremor. Tremor's not too slow, but you know, I want to say it's either between Lau or Serena single rang that comes back the fastest now.
Oh, there we go. Thankfully, he was able to get Breaker in time for not to do too much of that damage, and now Sento is out. And Bean is very, very consistent at getting rid of Sento whenever he finds the opportunity. Just like that, we'll go for the low poke and find a way to get back in the fray. But now Sento is gone. It's all up to her just going for those normals, going for those 1-2 hits, and finding ways to just kind of outplay Bean here, especially with that sub 200 health that Bean is working with.
And I don't like...
There it is.
I feel like I could sense how scared Herkuhlez was to apply pressure, but now that I'm looking at it, it's because of the time. Now it's barely on Beans' side. It's literally on Beans' side.
Life lead. He got one poke. He got life lead.
Literally one poke. That was pretty clutch. I feel like Herkuhlez just didn't get. I don't think he can hear you.
Don't do that.
I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Please. Please don't. Good block. Oh, we're out of here because of
you blocked it. I gotta get out.
And it's a good reaction there by Bean to recognize that animation of Sindel's legs coming right back to where they started, and you know, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I better get my get out of jail free card.
Look at the neutral, and look at the spacing as well. I must compliment beancel for making sure that he's just outside that range of the of Herkuhlez' sword, but also able to find a way in after the end lag of it. So beancel still looking very strong, and so is Herc, especially with all this pressure he's getting. But I mean, again, the end lag, it allows for that 1-2-3 to get through, and then you're able to get that that stun as well. And then the Lau has also set up, forcing the low and hitting the overhead.
Oh boy. Nice challenge there by Herc. beancel trying to back off, get some kind of shimmy pressure going, and Herc shutting it down completely right away. Multiple hits, and Sento not finding an opening there to just kind of crawl their way in.
That string from Bean is doing work. It's paying his rent, it's doing his taxes, it's getting rid of Sento, it's pushing Herkuhlez back a little bit with the pushback of the third hit. It is just... I'm so sorry.
He's sorry.
He's just doing...
He's not sorry.
He's not sorry. He's sorry he's playing Lau.
Wow.
He's sorry he's playing Lau. He wants to play Tremor.
He loves Tremor. I don't. You got to have a
Tremor.
talk with your boyfriend after this.
That's the only ninja he wanted back. Like for sure. He was like, I want the brown ninja back.
The brown ninja.
They want the brown ninja with his low, and he was like, I want him in his classic outfit, and he got what he wanted. Lucky for you.
I heard a lot of skins are coming our way.
Yes, I'm so excited for what they're cooking at NRS. Oh my gosh.
That's what we're all excited for. Let's get a little variety here. Let's get some flair here.
Give me female classic skins, I'll be happy. Ooh, and give me some pushback from Herc. Yes, pushing Bean off of him. But unfortunately does not find any kind of anti-air as a response to Bean floating in the air for a little too long. So Bean gets that that high and is also able to find a good amount, a good 30% onto Herc. Gets the breaker. Still putting a lot of pressure in the corner. Oh my god, we tried jumping over and Bean said absolutely not.
Just shutting it down here. Is this going to be enough here for the round? I think it probably is. I know it's tons of scaling, but it's just enough there with that last little hit at the top.
He had a couple of options. He had of course that. He had a cartwheel at the very end that he loved. That is his personal favorite because it's an overhead and people kind of forget overheads exist. And also we had like the drop kick, that the death drop, as they call it.
That's right.
As another option. But there it is. The ice armor is out, so those projectiles from Sindel will be a little bit useless for any kind of zoning. It's gone now, and so will Lau Ha, I believe, as well.
Yes, that's right. Lau Ha does count as a projectile, so the vest will negate it completely.
Ooh, good for it. Throw. Be making last base happen for us. Both cameras are online, so you know it's good axe kick. Herkuhlez getting the first hit here, thankfully, and also the forward throw. Lack of attack means beancel is kind of stuck in this uncomfortable position.
Nice follow block by Herkuhlez to just kind of minimize that chip damage and just get going right away. What a whiff punish right into the Sub-Zero freeze. Sento sandwich, but I think it was a little bit of a drop there, but that's okay. When Sento sandwich drops a combo, it's just an American reset.
Oh, missed the overhead there, but able to kind of reset, gain the blocks back up online, but now you're in the corner again, and this should honestly spell victory for Herc in this round 2 of Game 2. They are so locked and loaded. They are ready for anything into this round 3.
Nice duck into the projectile. But Herc's not really putting any pressure on. He's kind of letting Bean walk out of there for free. And I guess the pressure isn't really worth the risk to him. Oh, what a whip punish. Right in between those 2 swings from Kenshi. And this is, again, this is the difference between Herc and Rednose. Herc wants to come off the breaker. Herc wants to minimize that damage and try to hold on to the life lead, where Rednose is just like, F it.
We ball.
Yeah, we ball. We're in.
Going balls to the wall. Rednose loves that kind of play style. And I mean, beancel also able to get that stun, forcing up the loud hat. And nice job on Herc for able to find the high block. But man, the up block from beancel means that he's able to spell another combo in his favor. Oh, and Allah's ready.
What a block from Herc!
2 in a row,
Absolutely
baby.
clutch. He's going to make this comeback, but the breaker stops that momentum right in its tracks. There is still a lot of time left on the clock. Big jump in from Herc.
Good.
Doesn't get the conversion, though. The down 2 with no caution at all. Caution thrown to the wind.
Amazing mix-up from Beans at the very end there, forcing the low hat, understanding Herc has been consistent in blocking low and high fast enough twice now.
Yeah.
Go for the overhead.
Yeah,
Just go for the overhead.
Just go for the pure overhead, mix it up a little bit, you know, and just try to throw a monkey wrench in that strategy of Herc. Herc's jonesing a little bit there. See a little shake as he enjoys his product.
The product. The product of all
The
time.
product, I won't say what it is.
Someone get them a hand warmer, please. Clearly, like, you see them, their hand a little cold.
So now, that last game, Herc got past the breaker. He literally needed one more hit, activation into Sento, and I think that would have been all she wrote. And it was just right there. It was so close. That looked like a little bit of no confidence from Herc. I guess maybe he wasn't fully aware that the vest was on, but I felt like I saw him hesitate. Like it looked like he was trying to block the low loud hat. I could just see it in the movement.
But at the very least,
he hasn't blocked that overhead one time.
We don't block overheads in this house. We're actually better than overheads, and we recover fast enough to not get hit by that.
I don't agree with that.
No, we don't. Really good break, understanding that if I let this happen, I'm going to eat like 30. For no reason. But
look,
another one.
We're over here, not on that stage.
You see, for a good reason.
There you go. We're free to overheads. I don't know, man. I think Herc is
good
too.
up block.
There we go. Up block it. Full punish. Hey, speaking of overheads, watch this one. Another, and that was the up block hold. So that was Bean even doing the regular strategy that beats a slight up block hold instead of the long one, which is the one that Herc did. So it was kind of weird. It was kind of like it was almost like Herc was calling out the bluff.
He was so confident, because that is Bean's typical game plan, is to force out that short up block, make you drop it low, and then you get a really good punish off of that. But Herc is just finding his footing in this matchup. I mean, granted, 2 games in already into game 3. Arguably seeing the pushback instead of the 4th hit of that combo starter start off, and finding a win in the air-to-air gameplay from Herc. But allowing beancel to drop back to the floor, going for the breaker, and now really is a matter of, can we get rid of Sento in time? Yes, we can. Can we do it again? Yes, we can. Oh. Okay, good breaker. Yeah, again, he's so good at just making sure Sento is offline just for safety purposes. He has to.
Yeah, and this is tough because Herc is stuck in that stance, sword out, and I think this is going to be all she wrote. Even if it's not, he's not happy about being here. Yeah, no, that was it. He's not happy about, you know, being there forced, but that stance gets reset at the end of every round.
Yep.
And now he's back a little bit more of a comfortable spot.
Oh, you saw it, for example, if you don't know what a short up block was, that was what beancel just did. A little up tilt that he did and went right back down to regular high block. That is a short up block. And, you know, Herc didn't see the opportunity to really, like, abuse or at least punish that, but that's A-okay.
And that's kind of the drawback, right, of the long up block, longer window to punish, or the short one, a little bit shorter window to punish. And, you know, you just don't get as much coverage, obviously. Sento sandwich, we do have flawless block active, so after you flawless block something, if you don't leave a long enough gap as the aggressor, you're not building any meter, you're not applying any chip. That is filthy.
That was
close.
nasty. That was nasty.
That was filthy close between the overhead and the low.
That is the Sindel Lao we were talking about, and how more consistent it is again rather than Tremor. But
I forgot Sento was there. I think Bean
So
forgot
did I.
Sento was there as well.
I thought he actually went away, but I thought it was so long. But no, Sento said, "Hi, I'm still here. I'm player 3." Oh, we should be fine. Yeah, that was a Hail Mary fatal blow. Me too, though. I would do the same thing.
It could still happen. Herc's still in this. He doesn't have to give up or just yet. Oh, never mind.
Oh, okay. Well, we gave up positioning. We gave up the ice armor. And Bean understood, hey, I know I can't use my projectiles, but I can throw this Lao hat, and I can scare you a little bit into doing something.
Now, momentum is the key to this game right now.
Yeah.
Because he just got off one Kenshi. 3-0 victory, feeling himself, getting familiar with certain things. The mind, the strategy is fresh in Bean's head. And I think that's what he's going to need to possibly propel past Rednose here.
I hope so.
I a little biased, but that's okay. I hope so too.
No, I hope so, because I was going to say that Bean had, we carpooled together here, understandably.
Makes sense.
So, makes sense. If he didn't, you should be worried. But he did explain to me, like, the only person he was super worried about in practice today was Rednose.
Really? Yeah.
Yes. It was Rednose, because he plays Kenshi. I think that's really the reason.
That's literally the only reason.
That's the only reason. He plays Kenshi.
Not that he's one of the best Kenshis, because he definitely is. Rednose is absolutely one of the best Kenshis out there.
And Bean does have all this experience playing Herkuhlez, who's also a really good Kenshi, but the playstyle is so...
It's different. It's completely polarizing. Like, as you guys can see, how many breakers that Herkuhlez went for. Now, pay attention to how many breakers Rednose goes for. They're going to be almost none, unless it's like a round 3 game-saving situation. Like, he's like, no, I'd rather hold the combo. And I think that's kind of... And that also, like, plays to you sometimes. Like, sometimes people will alter their combos. Sometimes people will, like, preemptively estimate or anticipate that your opponent's going to use that breaker, and you, like, drop the combo on your own. But we're going to see pure aggression coming out of Rednose. I'm just curious to see what cameo he's going to be picking against Sindel, specifically against Bean. And I wonder if they're going to reveal to each other who's going to go to the cameo first. Because I think that does change the matchup a ton. Whether you have more of the Tremor set play and a little bit less of those neutral tools, or if you're going to have the Kung Lao set play, which also comes with an incredibly F-neutral tool, which is just let the Lao hat rip and you get to go in for free.
Absolutely. We're a little bit sneak peek here, and it says, like, mini button check. It should be the Sindel. Oh, okay.
That's the miniest button check I've ever seen.
The miniest button check.
So
it's so
cute.
little.
So cute.
I want to just grab it and eat it. It's going to be the Sindel Lao with the Kenshi Sub-Zero, which honestly expected. And Bean to not play unsafe and play with the Tremor instead, and just play a more consistent cameo lineup of that Lao with the Sindel.
Yeah.
Into Kenshi, which did so well into Herc. I agree. I don't understand. I don't know why you would ever swap over back to Tremor unless you're literally like, Game 5, this is my best cameo. I know how to play this character. I can mix you up. We're going to Game 5 with Tremor, but we can't see it.
I don't know what he's trying to tell us. Something for?
It's a sad face.
No.
I can't see it, loser.
I don't think we could see
Dummy.
it either.
I can't even see it. Oh, Kenshi!
Kenshi sad face.
Kenshi sad face.
Is that disrespectful or not disrespectful to say that I'm not sad about playing Rednose? I'm sad about playing Kenshi. Now, we kind of alluded to that a little earlier.
He did just play a Kenshi.
More Kenshi. So exhausting playing these back-to-back Kenshis, but being capable of doing something. I mean, this literally, like, even though Meezy is in grand finals, both tournament lives intact, I can literally go to any 3 of these players. It literally can. Meezy and Beans go back and forth a lot. We saw Bean clearly, handle Kenshi just one set ago against Herkuhlez, and we could see more against Rednose. But I think he's not going to be ready for the aggression that we're about to see.
I agree. They have fought previously a while. It was a while
Was that
ago.
MKNJ?
I want to say yes.
Yeah, it might have been the MKNJ during Pro Comp.
Yeah, because it was during when we were watching Pro Comp on the TV. Big vibe, by the way.
Huge vibe.
I mean, starting off very strong with the Lao hat again, and again, Rednose is so good at also predicting when to block low, when to block high, at the very least, because Beancel is very unafraid of using that low Sindel Scream as a neutral tool in the first place. It's kind of like a pseudo Lao hat, if you want, think about it that way. But there's Sento again, it forced the breaker out so early, and now beancel has to be very cautious with how Sento is played. Especially when he's behind him, he forgets about it.
Yeah, be
Blast
careful.
him.
Oh, I like the little float there. Get rid of Sento altogether, but it comes back so quickly if you're not, keeping the pressure on Kenshi. And that's going to be Rednose using a bar easily to extend that Sento time. Double kick, super plus afterwards. Not going to do anything. No breathing room at all. Watch your feet. Here comes the low. Somebody please tell me that you can react to that, because it is not looking like it right now.
Unfortunately, you just can't do much about that at the same time. But as we go for the ice armor, Sento is out in the backfield, but we are able to get a good start off for beancel in this round 2 after a devastating round 1 against Rednose. The Loud Hat is ready, and Rednose is kind of put in a bad spot. Low and a high coming your way. Where do we go? We just kind of take both of them.
I also want to point out how smart that was of Bean to go the alternate route there and just push Kenshi as far away from Sento as possible.
Yep.
Just kind of extend it. So, damage isn't everything. Corner positioning or even just general positioning away from Sento is just so key.
That was an amazing use of that flow. It forces the breaker coming from Rednose. And with the lack of resources that you were talking about, I mean, that's one. Wait, a counter. One breaker for Rednose.
It could be. He was trying to save this round. That is a breaker from Rednose. Just not happening. Not happening for Rednose here, but he's forcing it to happen, and that's all started with that breaker. Overhead, easy. Fatal blow, easy.
That's a round. That's a guaranteed game 1 going to Rednose after the first round. beancel leaning back and share like, whoa, I just got hit. That hurt. I know he's not feeling too good playing against Rednose and Kenshi. Again, such a phenomenal way of how he plays a character and how he uses his resources or wants to save up resources. And
exactly.
He was okay with burning all 3 because he was confident in pushing Bean back to that corner, and Bean was a little bit too confident in trying to break the Kenshi, where he was stuffed out not once but twice.
Yeah, exactly. And it's sometimes you gotta do that second attempt just to reiterate it to yourself, just to make sure, okay, can they deal with this? Do they have the answer to this?
Good pressure.
Are they conditioned?
Should result in a really good spot for beancel to play around with. The Loud Hat is also set up, and it is a great tech from Rednose. Understanding we're about to go for tour escape, try to go to the corner. We take that instead. Good up block as well from beancel. Forces the second breaker of this set from Rednose.
We didn't go to the split kits. That would have been easy connection there. I think he got a little too greedy and wanted to jump in punch instead of just the kicks.
Oh, Loud Hat going to be interesting. Rednose kind of forcing him off the back up a little bit against beancel. And you push in wide. beancel able to find his opportunity to get a solid footing into this round here. Cutting it a little bit short, opting to set up the Loud Hat instead. Oh, we're running in.
Nice reactions. Now that Kenshi run will nullify all projectiles. So that's kind of what Rednose was sniffing out. And Bean was just one step ahead and saying, no projectile. You're getting stuffed. You're getting stuffed and you're getting punished.
He was in the corner trying to find the space gap, and again,
that's
gets
like
the
the
ice
third
armor.
or fourth time he's done that. That's insane.
Third breaker. So he's making a lot more in this game than usual, and beancel is kind of just finding his rhythm, getting a lot of these great uplogs, getting a lot of punishes on opting to go for ice armor, and then just kind of getting that scream out in the nick of time. There is another really great tech coming in from beancel, but Rednose is finally able to find a opportunity out of this corner, a little bit of space, if you will. But that low is still hitting him.
Yeah, everyone needs a little bit of breathing room to kind of catch their breath and see what the best strategy going for is from here on out. Breaker from Bean, no bars for either player. We're going to find anything. Good blocks from Rednose. The flawless block, but not really going to get anything out of it. I feel like Kenshi's forward 2 should be able to connect, but I could be mistaken. It should be able to punish in that situation. Because I believe Gearus' forward 2 does.
Oh, wow, that actually reached. And beancel with no bar can't continue onto it. Had to cut it extremely short and just has to rely on punish a game plan, which he absolutely did to the fullest degree. 1-1 so far.
This is close, man. This is a very, very close set, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
I mean, we expected this.
Yes,
this is gonna probably go to game 5. We'll probably be for another 30 minutes.
So it looks like Rednose staying here with the same cameo, same character, and he's just getting a little breathing room. Just waiting and trying to collect himself. I'm not sure what these guys are discussing. I'm pretty sure whatever it is, it's about Kenshi.
They're like, Rednose me like, this is actually the bad matchup for Kenshi. I'm losing a losing matchup.
So you should feel bad for me?
So you should feel bad for me and not that good. And Bean's going to be like, bro, shut up. I know him very well. But this is going distance. I already feel it. Bean found a lot of great punishes on Rednose, and Rednose has to realize I can't approach that way. I can't aggress that way because Bean's very on top of just like that. We actually nothing.
That was interesting that the vest still got put on Kenshi, and it stopped him from getting comboed from the screen. So the screen counts as a projectile.
Yes. It doesn't look like one, but yes. Which is very weird. And the fact that I was able to get on time kind of gave Rednose a leg up, actually, in this first round.
Yeah, and in that scramble, you know, really coming out on top. Bean's life just got completely decimated here.
It's gone. All right, wrap it up. Round 2.
I mean, that's what it is, too. Sometimes you're just like, you're so exhausted and so mentally, like, it's so mentally draining trying to block Kenshi and Sento at the same time.
It's 2 characters that they gotta deal with, and you know, who wants to deal with that at the same time, right? I wouldn't. I'm already fighting a cameo.
Who indeed, man? Who indeed?
Definitely, clearly Beancel wants to deal with it. You're gonna be seeing the loud hack interrupting Beancel, but Bean didn't really believe. I didn't see him believe, but we believe in the overhead, we believe in the scream, and we also go for the side swap, and that is great to see. The Ice Armor also comes in clutch to avoid that scream projectile. Rednose is back in this corner once again.
No. This can't be true. Down to nothing. And Rednose gets the back throw. That's okay. Showing signs of life here. Backing off. Holding it down. And this is Bean just trying to stay super duper defensive. Trying to hold on to block. Trying not to take any big risks. And so willing to get throwed. I think he's just so scared of getting hit.
We must tech these at some point, and now Sento's out, but there it is.
He just did it. He just went in.
It pays the tax. It pays the rent. It does your taxes.
But that's
it drives you here.
That's the other thing too, that Bean was just comparing, you know, the different scenarios. Like, yes, if I can eat a bunch of throws, but I can only eat one hit. If he hits me, I'm done.
I'm done.
It's over.
You have to do so much outplaying here to not have your health bar be drained in 1 or 2 interactions.
Yeah.
And Rednose understands this, and he's trying to find his opportunities. He gets the Ice Armor, it negates the projectile, and you see Rednose going for trying to go stand up, and then goes right back to the duck, understanding, oh, he's about to hit me right again. That's just the awareness that Rednose has in these moments. Oh, a little bit neutral. I love that. Oh, the loud hat. It's going to just skip right over.
Yeah, it's more that projectile and vulnerability from that move from Kenshi.
Oh, we traded.
So that does count for the Kung Lao hat as well.
Oh, another
He's
one.
like, I haven't done it in a while. Maybe this time I won't get punished.
He said,
maybe.
I miss pressing buttons. I want to press buttons. Oh, it whipped. It whipped, but it's okay. Rednose was a little too far to actually connect anything to punish. And there it is, back in the corner, but
I thought he was
gone.
going to swing. I thought he was going to swing.
Oh, my God.
Committing to the overhead. This is so, he doesn't want to go to the whole string of the low because he knows that's going to get punished with no center to back him up.
Okay, everyone's going for a lot of these throws. I mean, a lot of these lows. The throw also comes out. We have a bar ready active.
No.
Please tech these. I'm begging
duck
you.
this time. Oh! No way Rednose just did that. No way Rednose just did that.
I fear you got outplayed. You have to admit when you've gotten outplayed.
Absolutely outplayed.
You have been outplayed. You jumped up. Rednose no sitting down is so vulnerable to up blocks, and I had favorable in my back pocket. And on top of that, we had at least a meter as well, so we had our resources.
Oh yeah,
and we used it.
But it was just so. It was so funny that Rednose played around to the situation that happened just 1 round ago where he kept throwing him in the corner, and he knew that Bean was not going to sit there and take it. He's like, no. I threw him too many times last round. There's no way he's sitting here. So he went in and just waited for the opportunity, waited for him to take to the sky and just come crashing down.
Rednose is at match point, and sorry, the way this first round may go is going to set the pace. And if it's like that, where you already have 2 bars active for yourself, that is the thing I'm talking about. And you also get the Ice Armor in the same time that you know Sindel is going to want to use that projectile. Now, a lack of meter for both ends here. Beancel firstly approaching. And also I want to mention, we have now talked over to the Tremor. And that crystalline armor is going to be negating so much of that damage and that hit stun from both Kenshi and Sento.
And that's okay, though. He's got a lot of cooldown left to go. Nice toward escape here from Rednose. Very aware of the corner positioning, very aware of what the favorable throw side is in this situation.
Oh, we run up. We're confident. Going for the overhead, able to back up a little bit, enough for so beancel isn't a bad spot. Another overhead, armor overhead.
Just did it again.
Just do it. The crystalline armor is out. Sento's still there. He knows this. And look at how much value you get from that crystalline armor. Not too much though, because unfortunately, you're still stuck.
I mean, that Sento sandwich just shredded, turned that crystalline vest into pieces. Just back and forth, hit after hit after hit. So I don't really think this is going to help a lot in this matchup. Not when Sento's in play, not when Sento's a factor.
It may not. And like I said, when his back is against the wall, he'll go back to the timer, but Rednose is still on the Sub-Zero, and when you're able to get a freeze just like that, you're back in the corner, and like I said, 1 or 2 interactions, your health bar is at 0.
Yeah.
The round is done. The game is over.
Another thing that stands out about Rednose is how short those Kenshi combos are, because he'd rather just rep them over and over again and utilize that time because, hey, we're tapping into our bar and we're going to add more and more time. I think this is going to be bad here.
Darth, that's it. That's it.
Is it? I mean, you can flawless block and keep blocking forever, but no.
He can't.
No.
He can't. 3-1. Rednose's favor against beancel, sending him, I'm sorry, letting him exit at 3rd place?
Yeah, got
here?
3rd place.
3rd place out of 20-something?
And the determining factor, that turning point in that set was game number 3, when right before Rednose went up 2-1, it was a nail biter. It was down to absolutely nothing, and I feel like Bean kind of let that get the better of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's so hard to look at those situations where, you know what I mean? Like when you're in that moment where you barely won. The clutch factor came in heavy. You barely won and you're the victor, you're feeling yourself. But in that same situation, even though it was close, even though it could have easily, the tides could have easily been in your favor, it feels so bad to just barely lose. And then you start repeating it over in your head. Why did I do that? I made one mistake. And you just keep beating yourself up over and over again. And it's hard. It's hard to break out of that mentality. So
I mean, getting double limited by the brothers at this point.
The bros.
Since I witnessed that against Tiza, that game 5, that it was so close up until that last game. And suddenly
super close.
You know, Tiza just found his opportunities. beancel was whiffing every single attack he was trying to do, was teching everything incorrectly, and that is kind of the same song and dance we saw here. He was making the wrong options. He was doing the wrong interactions. He was trying to be a little bit too out there. You know, and Rednose figured himself out after that game too, where he got completely just like obliterated. He was like, why am I being the aggressor? Why am I going in for these dashes? Why am I not using Sub-Zero armor a little bit more? He used that. He used more of the Sub-Zero armor. Negated those projectiles. Found out that, hey, Scream just is not a non-factor when I had that armor on. And he found a wonderful victory for himself, allowing himself to get that run back we were talking about earlier against Jusmeezy, but at a much more difficult way to get the victory.
Yeah, I mean, coming down from the lower side, a little bit more pressure on you, more of a mountain for you to climb. I also want to add that Rednose, when he's in the sword out stance without Sento, very solid. Doesn't really want to commit to anything unsafe. Like, he does the low to just kind of poke at the bear and like wear you down, but he won't commit to the low launcher because the low launcher by itself super unsafe. So again, this is a double elimination bracket, a double elimination tournament, which is pretty much standard in the FGC when you're talking about open brackets. Double elimination, what does that mean? That means every player in this bracket, every player in this tournament has 2 tournament lives. They have to lose twice to be out of the tournament entirely. And the 2 players up here left remaining, Jusmeezy has both tournament lives intact, and Rednose is down to their final 2nd life here. So in order for Rednose to win the entire tournament, they have to defeat Meezy once to get through that 1st life, and the 2nd time to get through the final life to finally eliminate them. Where on the other hand, Jusmeezy only needs to win 1 of these next 2 sets to be the victor, to be the winner of Defend the North.
Of Defend the North 10-year anniversary, MK1. I mean, that's That's beautiful. You know, it's very beautiful to see. And this, I'm very worried. You know,
You're worried.
Rednose is warmed up. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. He just went through a somewhat difficult matchup where you had the Sindel Loudly, you had the Sindel Tremor, which is very niche in of itself, and he figured it out. You had just lost this person maybe 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And it was close. It was 3-0, yeah, but the round countage, it was so close for him every single time. So the mental can be either super high or like kind of middle. It's not super low. He's not that kind of player where he has a super low mental, but it's kind of in that in between where it's like I could do really well here. I could have a really great start and a great couple first rounds, and then it depends on Meezy. Can he adapt? Can he find his footing again after being cold for a couple of sets? You know? That's always why I like to talk. I like to think about is how is our winner side guy doing, you know? Unwarmed up, cold.
Yeah.
It's cold in his venue. His hands are freezing.
It does happen. You get a little too comfortable. You get a little too complacent.
Yep.
Maybe overconfident. Yeah, we're
Just trying again.
I believe this is was it Wise Gemini?
I'm gonna say it's
Who's the one who makes music? One of the goons that makes music. I'm sorry, I can't remember from the top of my head.
We forgot.
We got grand finals of Mortal Kombat 1 getting ready as these guys gear up for the run back from the winners finals. A run back, a redemption opportunity for
Miwen.
Rednose. Yes, we're going right back in.
Oh, wrong cameo. Sorry.
Fake cameo.
They faked.
He wants Striker instead.
You gotta stick with it. Actually,
he did pick Striker, but I don't think it worked out for him last time.
Oh, no, it didn't. It was probably. That was like I think the deciding game. I think it was game 2.
Game 2, yeah.
Where he went Striker after having been down Sub-Zero game 1, got just like rolled because Meezy is comfortable at that aggression level, being this close to your face and being like, "What are you gonna do about my ice cone? What are you gonna do about the ground freeze? What are you gonna do about it? Nothing.
What are you gonna do about crazy wake up slide?
That, like that." And then we're gonna do a ball roll.
And that's the other thing too, is that like Rednose tried to keep the pressure continuing with Striker, but the fact that Sub-Zero goes to the other side, not sure why that dropped there. It looked like that was on point. Maybe just a little too, maybe the glaive just hit a little too early.
Yeah, Rednose was trying to get rid of the Chameleon, and it did hit him in the back end, but again, it dropped. For some reason.
For some reason.
We've seen the forward throw come through from Rednose, keeping Meezy in the corner, but Meezy's fine there. Meezy understands, okay, I have Chameleon at the very least. The glaive does not come back now if you hit Chameleon out of it. So that's a little bit of safety that Rednose does have at the very least. But Meezy is pushing himself out of that corner. We go for the forward throw again and gets himself right put back there. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a breaker. Yep, have to.
That's a tough timing there with Sento. He's trying to get away from Sento.
Now it's my turn.
Nice forward throw here. Sento's still in play, so Meezy can't get a little too comfortable, and there he is.
Ah!
Ooh. And that's what we're talking about. That's what I hear Herkuhlez saying time and time again. Sub-Zero Ice Clone comes in super clutch in this matchup. You know, being able to be active to not only stop the Sento in its tracks, but to still be active afterward to stop Kenshi from closing the gap.
Oh my god, this is huge. Again, another one of these freeze combos that happen so consistently for Jusmeezy. Whiffing the fan lift extension, unfortunately, so that means that you have put yourself in the corner for literally no reason.
No reason at all.
Absolutely zero reason. And a second one, we are getting a lot of mileage out of these forward throw that no one's teching. I need y'all to press that tech button. That one, please.
Nobody's teching these. Ducking under. And that's what it is. It's like, I don't want to tech it to just get nothing. I want to call it out and really benefit from here. That was weird. I don't know why Sento missed there, but I think Rednose is okay with it.
Rednose is fine with this. Oh, you don't go anywhere with that yellow side ice slide? That's fine with me. I am A-okay with that. And the pressure is on. Rednose is going to be maybe securing his first round here in this game 1. Very explosive deciding factor now as he goes into round 3. Of game 1, may I mention, it is just anyone's game plan. Oh, we broke.
Just whiffing for no reason there. That's very, very unlike Meezy.
Nerves, cold.
Could be.
Know.
Yeah.
You know,
could be cold.
You also have this precedent where I 3-0'd this guy. And now I'm going round 3 with him in game 1. But like you said, that's a great punish from the side of Jusmeezy. And now we've kept Rednose back in the corner. We go for the delayed get up, which I am always a big fan of. But like we said, get frozen, go for the breaker.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he thought that maybe it was close or far away enough. Oh, what a conversion
Big
here from the
striker.
striker grenades.
What do you do now? Can you block all these? Can you block at least most of it? 90% even. I think Jusmeezy is. Look at that.
Look at that.
Actually reacting to the timings of that. Oh! And we ice that out of there. Meezy might have been the first person in the entire stream, top 8, who has been able to consistently block every single hit from Tento and Kenshi.
It's tough, man. That overhead and low just come out so close together. So hard to see. No real distinct animation other than Kenshi, you know, quickly turning his back.
Going in for the resistance in the forward throw. It is the least damage forward throw that Chameleon does have, only at 9% if anything. And now Rednose is going.
He can break
everything. He can break here. He absolutely is. Now we're going to be going in for these ice clones. We're actually going in for a little bit of pressure. We pressed in.
He's still alive.
Still alive, still alive. Chameleon comes in and you put your guard down. We get low poke and we win the round.
I mean, I think the only option there for Rednose is to possibly flawless block that down one. Would have still been alive, but afterwards, I think it might have still been Neezy's turn to push. Would have still been the opportunity to push, and it wouldn't have chipped him out because unless there was like a big enough gap to make the benefit of flawless block go away. I just didn't see any other opportunity for Rednose to do anything about it. So I'm not sure why he pressed there instead of just trying to go for a flawless block.
One more thing. It was 7 seconds left on the clock. It was gonna, if they had miraculously survived both of them, it was gonna go down to a life lead, and it was Meezy who was slightly in the lead there, but definitely not here in this game too. Rednose has taken control of the car, and he's putting it in accelerate. We are just running it through Jusmeezy. Round 1 going to Rednose in this game too.
I think someone needs to tell Meezy what day it is, because that doesn't work anymore.
No,
it does not work anymore.
He wanted to try it out real fast. He said, "What if this still works?" And I was just laughing it wrong the whole time.
I gotta make sure this is patched.
It was patched, Bessie. It has been patched.
It's been patched. We made sure here at Defend the North.
Going in for it. The punch, the moving punch. And now we get the freeze off. I love the way that Meezy is able to consistently use this Melina cameo specifically in the Chameleon lineup. And of course, Striker just come through, gets Rednose a little bit of an escape there, and now we're going to be going for that EX Ice Clone. Going to be covering not 1, not 2, but 3 places for Meezy, but not for long.
He was so sure that the stand 2-1 was going to hit Sento, but it just barely didn't make the connection. That's getting stuffed. Double hitting. Every armor move only has 1 hit of armor, except if you're Havoc. Oh, the down 1 check to hit both of them, both Sento and Kenshi. This is down to the wire, man. These guys don't have any meter. They barely have any cameo. No slide. You spy slide? I spy slide? Jump and you can. Whoa.
I spy a slide! I spy a slide!
It's not enough, and he was so sure! He was so, Rednose 1000% bet it on throw.
Yep.
He was holding down, he was not holding block, he was so sure the throw was coming.
I betted black on Ice Slide. And I won millions. And so did Meezy, and now look at the confidence, the pressure. You're in the corner, you get frozen up once again. Rednose is looking a little bit, weird here. Doesn't look like his usual confident self. But there it is.
You said it too soon. You said it too soon,
I did. I do it all the time. We have Sento out. Boom.
The chop,
big damage.
Right into the Sento sandwich. What are we doing?
We got whole block. Can you get the perfect blocks again here, Meezy?
The low good blocks, Meezy!
So
don't block the overhead.
No.
Don't block the overhead. Come off that breaker.
Oh, good anti-air into the Chameleon. Forcing the breaker again from Rednose. No resources. You got just raw dog it out, and you just can't with the Jade Blade coming in the back end. Oh, we are going crazy in the back. KGE is loud.
I mean, it's KGE, it's MKNJ, definitely. Rednose, I think Rednose has 1 person in his corner, and that's his brother. And his brother's coming up right now to go for some last-minute coaching here. Down 2-0 again.
He went there for 2 seconds and said, "Stop losing," and left. He literally walked up, his foot stepped on the stage, and he got off.
It's okay. I mean, he can do it. He's going back for attempt number 2, Tiza. Let's get the widescreen there to see what his brother's saying. I think I can read lips.
Oh, we could try read lips. And I think Meezy's like looking over like, what are you saying over there?
What are you trying to say? He's out of here. He's gone.
Look, here comes Herc for his own coaching.
Oh.
So 30 seconds they got. They got 30 seconds between matches. This is match point for Jusmeezy going 2-0 so far against Rednose. Rednose has to make basically a 6-0 comeback.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. Has to make especially here, knowing that you can't give up a game at all, or you lose your tournament life, you lose the tournament altogether. So Meezy's feeling himself, man. Meezy is looking confident, and I've never seen a Sub-Zero ever play at this level. I mean, it's dumbfounded, and you know, not to label Meezy as a down player as well, but he loves the character so much that it's just...
He makes it work.
Yeah, he makes it work. He's like, I know there's problems. I know there's issues. I'm not as... His words are, I'm not as much of a down player as every other sub, and I think that's what makes me better.
Because you believe in your character. You believe in the things that they can do, and if you believe that your character also has a 7-3 matchup against Kenshi, your life becomes a lot easier. But not if you're in the corner. If you try to go for a get up, unfortunately, it just gets completely counter out by Rednose with the Sento in the back pocket, and you're just... We refresh Sento. He is inactive. The borrow does come through. It gets through the block, and Jusmeezy able to find his footing once again into this first round of Game 3. Again, match point for him. Oh, no.
Oh, drops a combo, though, and that's going to be huge because that could have been the opportunity for him to re-up Sento, but because he dropped the combo, that is not happening here. Now, this Fatal Blow isn't going to kill, but he still said, you know what, I'm going to break it because I feel like this round could be mine. Even in this unfavorable stance, I still think I can do it, and I believe Rednose can. He is so good in this stance. When the chips are down, he will clutch it out. That was so good with Mottineva. Throw down the bomb, the safety, and Rednose making the momentum come to his favor.
Oh, look at, you saw the sigh of relief from Rednose. He was in a lot of these like low health excursions. It is Jusmeezy who finds his footing again and finds the W, but thankfully Rednose finding himself once more in the at least in the lead for now. We see the fan be assisting Jusmeezy into this corner combo, and then Mottineva is just here to make sure we are able to get the same benefit of Sub-Zero cameo, but with Mottineva.
That's still connected. Like, he was on the ground. He was literally timbering over, and he was still able to have enough time to bounce him up. And now, because of that, he's in this hell. Literally hell is when you're up against Sento and Kenshi at the same time. He came off his bar, doesn't have the resources to really do damage because this is Sub-Zero after all. And he's in a lot better shape here. Gets the throw.
I'm sorry, back throw. It's gonna come through. Jusmeezy just has to find an opportunity to close it out. And there's Sento again. You're stuck there, and you're you have no breaker for a minute. I think this might spell victory for Rednose, especially when you have the Fatal Blow in the back pocket. We have a game on our hands here. Not gonna be a 3-0. Not gonna be a repeat of winners finals.
I mean, I'm surprised how much more Mottineva adds to, you know, just the pure, like, it just adds so much combo ability to what Kenshi can do, and it just like reps it. Any little hit, even in that moment, what you saw there, he got the overhead to connect in the sword out stance. No Sento available, and because Mottineva can come in and just extend those combos, he's able to get that Sento out, Sento sandwich, and it's party time.
Oh, the fan lift. I like the idea. It just
good
didn't
idea.
work.
Very good idea.
It was a very good idea. It just didn't work in this instance. Had it been literally any other situation that happened these sets, it would have been fine. But Rednose is back, baby. He has been rejuvenated. I don't know what his brother told him. He's working. He is putting in the work. He's the breadwinner right now.
I mean, the Mottineva is working, you know, just so many ways. And I guess it's because, like, he's not going to need as many neutral tools. It's more for, I need to get the hit, and I need every hit to go into Sento.
It's still, like you said, my man's on the floor, and Mottineva provides so much. At the same time, there's the same type of Sub-Zero. It's so interesting to see how that dynamic of Kenshi... You forgot about him.
He forgot he was there.
Sento.
He forgot he was there.
Rookie mistake. Me too, though. Back in the corner you go. You try to block. You try to jump out. You're just back in there. Rednose is going to take it. Oh, my God. That's it. That's it.
100% that it. Unless you're going to flawless block every single thing, unless you're going to see the lows, the overheads, Meezy's up against the wall here. Now, as far as I know, As far as I know, the only other cameo that Meezy is playing currently at a higher level is Pharaoh. And I don't know if Farah is going to be the answer here.
We have not seen one Farah.
No. We saw a little bit of Farah in pools by Insuperable, who's playing under a Heidi. We saw a little bit of Farah there because Farah is just a very, not to downplay it or to say anything bad about someone, but Farah is a very easy to apply.
She is.
Easy to apply cameo.
She's very strong. The HP buff she gives you is absurd. 1150 Shao Kahn is horrible. 1200 Shao Kahn is horrible.
Big shout outs.
And, but the fact that we're still seeing Meezy stick with the Chameleon, but we are 20 seconds in this round and you have no health. You're at 200 flat.
Something has totally flipped the switch here in this matchup. And it's just now, not only is it that the hits, every hit goes into a combo, but it's also the fact that you can throw down the grenade, hide behind it, and summon Sento in that way.
Good up block. Absolutely impeccable up block. Can't get mad about that. Cannot get mad about that at all. Rednose on the cusp of resetting this bracket and bringing us back to game 0.
Hold on a second. Meezy got a combo going here. This could be the switch, the momentum shift he was looking for. Down right in front of him after slide. The Movado grenade coming down.
Good jump out. Great jump out. Saw Movado said, I need to get out of here immediately or I'm just going to die.
Yeah, I mean, he thought it was a little scary and he didn't really want to overcommit and end up, because the timing of that grenade is a little weird and it's a very big active hitbox window.
Opting to go for a much more spaced out game plan. Going to be going for the 100,000 instead. And Rednose said, well, I have a move that just refuses projectiles. Unfortunately, again, ball roll on block from Melina cameo is going to be a little more reactable than it was before. A little more punishable, may I say, than before. You're back in the same song and dance for the past 3 rounds we have seen on stream. You're in the corner. We go for the break, but is it going to be enough? Sento's gone now. That's huge, but Rednose has 3 bars.
But this is the key difference here. Rednose's overhead can lead into a combo, but I don't know if we're going to see it. He's going to need one more combo after this. Not sure what that drop was. Maybe playing around the fact that the breaker's in play, and there's that breaker we're talking about here. Rednose knows that he can seal the reset right here, and he's trying to take it. There's only 14 seconds left on the clock, so you're going to hide behind the close, or are you just going to go in with the low? Meezy can do it right here, but it's a little dangerous. You're in dangerous territory here because you could just spend all that momentum right here, right now, and this is not looking good for Meezy.
Not the best star in the world. Gets rid of Sento as soon as he could, but then Rednose was able to bring it right back. We get the back and forth, and Sento has been rejuvenated again. This
is it, Darth. Actually,
this is it. Yeah,
that's it.
Peace out. That was all Rednose. That was all Rednose. The smile, you can see Rednose trying not to smile, but he has to. It's just forcing, it's just coming out. He's feeling it. He's feeling himself, but he's trying to stay locked in. He's trying to just keep his eye on the prize because this is a grand finals reset. Now, both these players have lost a 3 out of 5 set to each other. First tournament life completely gone. Now, the winner of the next set. This will determine the winner of the entire tournament.
Okay.
Tell me. You're shaking. I hear it in your voice that you're shaking.
I'm anxious because I'm hungry. And also, this is one of the closest games we've had on stream so far.
This is insane.
I want to say our first game 5.
Yeah.
I want to say. And also getting a reset on someone who 3-0'd you in winners finals. You are high. You're high. You have ascended.
And it's not only that, but it's also the 3 games are all with the same cameo, Movado. And I don't think Rednose is going to be straying away from this at all.
You're in the corner. Oh,
you can't do anything. What can you do about that?
Can't do anything about it, but you can isolate right out of it again and reset it in your favor. You can be inching yourself away from that Sento just as much as you can. Just jump away, back up, whatever you can. The ice cone is out in the air, and cameo, unfortunately, you're not able to get a lot of mileage, and you're back in this in-between of Sento's sandwich. Your health bar has gone from 950 to less than 300 in seconds.
Good block of the overhead, but that's not going to be enough. He gets to keep going.
With the breaker active, I used to using the breaker. They're so good for Jusmeezy. At least to have another life in this first round. So
what Rednose is doing now is he's waiting for the Movado so he can throw down the grenade and put away Sento. And just like that, Meezy was like, I'm so sure you're doing that. And Rednose just flips the switch, attacks him instead. Easy confirm into the rest of that tiny remaining life on Meezy's side. Double back two, not gonna drop it here, going right into the ice clone. No real crazy setup afterwards, but what's gonna happen here? We're gonna see a low overhead. Oh my!
Oh, it froze him though.
It froze him. He still got Sento out, but he couldn't get a combo. And Meezy said, "F it, I'm going in."
He saw the opportunity, he ran with it as much as he possibly could. Sento is still gonna be out. There's gonna be a big threat here on Meezy, but Rednose has a big hill to climb here, but as I say that, you get a couple of hits and you get 31% off of just 8 hits. Sento is now gone and dusted. We go in and we actually push in enough to not get punished too much. Glaive does come back, being another one as well, and Jusmeezy is opting to go for a lot of pressure rather than actual hits.
Yeah, he can't give him any breathing room here because that Movado grenade is out.
I heard break.
Break, get out of here, please.
Get out. Go for a little bit of that long-range game plan. Rednose has 1 bar, and he has to use it to a full extent. Now, we should be able to... Oh, he got him. He got him in the middle of that chameleon summon.
Yes, the summon leaves him there for a little bit. Hat is off. The hat is off. Meezy, take your hat off.
Meezy, you gotta breathe.
You gotta power up too. You can't let him power up next to you. You gotta take the hat off too.
Take your hat off,
He can't
bro.
hear me.
He can't hear us.
Somebody text him.
Someone tell him to take his hat off. His head needs to breathe.
Yes, his head, you're right.
Oxygen, you need breath flow.
You can't think. You can't think if your head is covered up.
It's true. Science says so.
He's looking at other cameos. I don't know if Serena's it. Serena's just such a watered-down version of Chameleon. I don't think this is right. Please don't do it. I know you think that you got to do something different, but you just got to do something different with the cameo that you already have. I am so scared, Bot. I think he's throwing it away here with this choice. Let me just be honest. I think Serena right now is just a watered-down version of Chameleon.
She is. Upon Chameleon's release, she was immediately secured as a better Serena.
Yes.
Serena's great at the introductory level. You want to learn how to play a cameo, play with Serena.
One thing, though, that Serena does have...
Meter.
Yes, you can drain the meter, and meter is so precious to Rednose. As you can see, just constantly using it to re-up that Sento time, constantly using it to, throw the sword and just be the aggressor.
And there it is.
He dropped it.
Yeah, there's just Blaze, this knives coming in from Serena, and it would actually interrupt the combo coming in from Rednose. Just really good for Jusmeezy, but that Sento is still out. Albeit by himself, a little bit easier to deal with, but look at the poking from the back, and as well as the close coming from the front.
No slide from Meezy. I've seen him drop so many times not getting the slide. Instead, that's every time you see him do stand 3 from full screen, he's trying to do back forward slide, back forward 3, and it's just not coming out. My heart is absolutely broken for Meezy.
Oh Rednose about to take it back in a convincing manner if Meezy just doesn't find his footing. He was so confident in the first 2 games of this grand finals, and then suddenly is slipping. I'm watching it slip away from him in real time. There's a back throw coming in from a Rednose. Meezy going forward, forcing out the ice clone, also using Serena. Just one knife comes through, and that could be it. Really great combo starter for Rednose here. For Jusmeezy here, and there's a sigil.
Yeah, here's the meter drain that we're talking about, and it complements so well with Sub-Zero because you're stuck in his combos in a static position for so long. I didn't know you can convert that with Movado. That's going to be easy punish here from Meezy. Has access to the bar, so yes, we're going to be spending it. Meezy needs to tap in here. Needs to tap in, needs to stay focused, recognizing what Rednose is looking for here. He's waiting for that Movado to come back. He's going to try to drop the grenade, and it's all up to Meezy to apply that counterplay. No, he just did it. He just did it in front of him.
He's walking up to him, saying hello. Not gonna get too much value. Serena actually able to get rid of the Sento not once but twice. You know what?
Also with minimal risk too.
Yeah. And she comes back so fast that it's a consistent option against someone like Kenshi. That's the first time we have won. Serena might have been a player here. She comes back super fast. She has knives. It gets rid of Sento. It might work.
It might work, yeah. A little bit more neutral tools. Single rang, very nice. The double rang relatively keeps your overhead safe as Sub-Zero. And I feel like it's just kind of simplifying the game plan here. So that might have been the right call. I could have been completely wrong. Didn't challenge there. That could have been an easy punish, easy interrupt when you recognize that animation. Nice down one check. The punish. Don't really get much off of it, though.
Another lack of punish, and there it is again. The free, it lasts so long.
He dropped the follow-up, though.
He did,
Whoa!
and we also get rid of the center at the same time for a second. We also jump right on over, and Rednose's position is just out of whack right now.
I mean, both these players are playing so nervous right now. So many drops, so many missed opportunities. It's literally a scramble after a grueling, long 2 sets already.
It's been a very long 2 hours, 2.5 hours so far as of top 8. I'll be exhausted too, but Rednose able to find the Sento again. We do the low poke, and that is how you get rid of something like that. They do it again. Ooh, Serena, baby girl, you're coming in clutch. Yes, miss ma'am. Forward throw. Get away from your Sento. Don't forget, I think he's still there.
He knew. Was this the pick? Was this the right pick? Going back to a watered-down Chameleon, completely forgetting the fact that single rank comes out so fast, and not only does it keep Kenshi in check, but it guarantees that that Sento is getting hit because Sento cannot duck. Kenshi can duck, sure, but Sento getting hit by that every time, and then the confirms going into the double rangs will also knock Sento out. And, you know, you are going to make it a little bit more risky for yourself, but really all you're going to be eating is a down 2 from Kenshi.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. You could see Rednose going back to it right away, and you could see the demeanor, the face completely changing on Rednose as, you know, this victory so far doesn't look as guaranteed as it did 1 game ago.
It didn't, but now you're kind of stuck here again. And, you know, Meezy, not even opting to block it, just completely standing there, taking the brunt of a lot of about 50% already, and we're only about 15 seconds into their match. But there it is. There it is.
What is it? I mean, is that a call out? Is that an input error? I don't understand the mentality there. Like, why call that out?
I don't know. Oh, again, going for the combo again, but Meezy's, he was ready for it, but then here comes Sento. What do? You got follow block everything. Follow block as much as you can. As much as you can, just get rid of that Sento. And I saw the vision. I saw the vision on the way down, get rid of Sento. Hopefully it also hits Kenshi.
Yeah.
I saw the vision. It could have been great. Rednose looking real good. Also,
that was a good punish there. He knew exactly how far he had to be to punish Ice Push. A lot of people let that move go unchecked, unpunished all the time. It's a projectile. It gets right through it. Smart move here from Rednose, utilizing his tools, utilizing Kenshi's run to just get past all those ice obstacles from Sub-Zero.
And refreshing Kenshi back in, refreshing Sento back in the corner once more. Meezy might not be able to find his footing here, but man, as I say that, the ice slide does come again, and the dive kick also coming through, but learning his mistake from last round, he does not want to press on with that Sento. Still there's a bodyguard for Rednose.
He can still make this happen. Serena adds a ton of damage. Like, I mean, depending on what you have ready. He also has Fatal Blow ready to go. Whiffed right in front of him! This is going to be close.
This is huge.
This is going to be close.
This might...
I mean, he's at 950. Movado takes away health. This is close. This is going to be down to the wire. This is down to the wire. This is down to the wire. One more hit.
That's it.
I think he's alive. He's alive! He's alive! Yes! And the down 1 check! The down 1 check from Meezy. And look at that stone face killer look on him.
He has a lock right into this round 3. Has to get a leg up in the setup.
He has to cancel that into slide to get away. I mean, you're giving up so much damage, but just get away from that Movado bomb. Because that Movado bomb, even on a trade, is just a clear open invite for Sento Sandwich.
There you go. Get rid of Sento. Put another Ice Clone. Sento hits it. Gets disabled once again. That is the kind of play I love to see. But we forgot about Sento for a second. Forces the break once more. But Sento is still here to play.
Wait, what? Why didn't Sento get hit on the way back? Input error, but it didn't get punished.
There's the forward throw coming in from, of course, from Serena, and it's still really even. The Ice Clone, and then of course the sigil to drain your meter. That's huge. Rednose doesn't have all 3 bars anymore. Ashley has to kind of play a little bit safer. Goes for the anti-air, which is big, but doesn't really follow up on it too much.
Overhead, and thanks to Movado, easy combo. Hello, Sento. But the wake up down 1, it did work out for him. Gets the forward throw.
Play aggro, you gotta play super aggressive. Sento's still behind you. Gotta try to go for a dive kick, but that might spell defeat again. Rednose now at match point.
One more game.
One more game
is
is
all
all
he
he
needs.
One more game, and Rednose takes it.
My heart is like jumping out of my chest. This is so exciting. Like the back and forth, the the being able to just adapt and change the different cameos. Like you said, it gives you access to tools that you don't normally have. And maybe that was Meezy tapping back in and saying, you know, how did I deal with Kenshi before Chameleon? Oh wait, Serena has some pretty good tools.
Yep. Serena has pretty consistent tools. She has a better cooldown, only because, not because Chameleon has long cooldowns, but because you have to wait 8 seconds every variation to transfer around.
Farah. He's going Farah. He's going Farah. We're getting tossed. We're getting thrown. We're stabbing. We're painting and gaining.
We're also getting 150 HP
and
as
150,
well.
yeah. An extra 150.
Kenshi is down at 950. 1150 HP on Sub-Zero. No, no, no. That is illegal. Farah is going to be a problem. We already know how problematic she is. She's very strong right now. Not barring the health bar, she has a great overhead, a great low. It's unblockable. You don't get a good punish off of it. But at the same time, Rednose is still playing the same Kenshi game plan. The armor through gonna be helping Jusmeezy get out of there.
Good block from the low here from Rednose, reacting to that Farah, making sure he doesn't go for a full combo. And I think this break might have been a little bit too optimistic, to be honest. Too much wishful thinking.
Oh
no, doesn't get the conversion. That is so heartbreaking. I don't want to see a grand finals end like that. I want to see these players playing at their best. I want to see the absolute most crazy mayhem imaginable.
It's starting off real strong, and Rednose is so good at making sure he does not get got by the icicles on the floor. And Sento just says, "Get out of here, little girl. This is not your playing field. It's still anyone's game." But Rednose is able to get this little bit of tip damage from the Sento. We are now at the possible last round of this first of 3 for Rednose.
Good conversion here afterwards. Oh, it doesn't get anything afterwards.
Unpunishable, by the way.
I'm sad. I spoke a little too soon. Okay, in the corner, we did get some buffs thanks to a little adjustment here from the ice clone.
Farah coming in for that. A lot of tearing after this. Oh
get
my
away,
goodness,
get away. Why did he stop
blocking? Can't get away. Cannot get away. And couldn't even armor through it, Darth. Couldn't even armor himself out of there. Uh-oh. It's not looking good for our hero, Jusmeezy.
Is he the hero here? Kenshi, low-tier Kenshi coming in clutch in this grand finals. He's still in this.
Farah coming in clutch. There she goes.
He's alive. He's alive.
That is my baby girl. She is coming in to help Jusmeezy out a lot here. Again,
good blocks.
I want to say that the health benefits here are also uncontested. It's so good against someone like Kenshi, who drains your health so fast.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want more health? That's literally like, you can't get around that being a buff.
Great. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's exactly what I am talking about. Gonna be seeing the ice slide come through once more. The Farah low as well. Rose was unable to find an opportunity to punish it, so he goes for the breaker instead.
Has he gone for the low
back up, back up!
No! I swear, I mean, I don't know if he's got the time to do it, but I think he can do stand button into slide to get away from the bomb.
Uh-oh. Okay, you're back in the corner against Sento. You now have Rednose has restored himself a full, at least 1 bar, but gonna be seeing another reset. Jusmeezy gonna be allowing that Farah to come in for the throw, and he gets a lot of damage mileage out of that as well. Rednose in the corner. He goes for a low poke as well as a Movado.
He's got the breaker, but he's playing against it. He tried to go for a sneaky throw. That was super dangerous, but it could have worked out.
Just one.
Literally 1 touch, and he... Easy fatal blow coming out of Rednose. The super clutch moment. Saw it, reacted, hit those 2 buttons, and Rednose is just filled with so much emotion, so much joy for winning this tournament, especially after that defeating loss in winners finals and able to come back, losers finals, the reset, and then the victory. What a story, man. What a comeback from Rednose. You got to give it up. Kenshi or no Kenshi, this was still a very impressive victory.
Absolutely. And so the Movado pick, dude,
the Movado pick.
That was the game changer.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And unfortunately, Meezy just maybe was unable to find an opportunity to figure out what do I do against this, or how do I get out of this, or what have you. Like it was really just a matter of you kind of were just stuck in a bad place. You were just
definitely were.
No,
yeah,
literally.
no, you were stuck, man. I mean, Sento Sandwich, nobody wants to be there.
Sento Sandwich, Movado bomb, it sucks you in. You're stunned. You're electrocuted. You're falling on the floor. You still get hit by Sento. It was a nail biter top 8, top 4, grand finals reset, and it was just a wonderful time all around. We have gone to 3 hours of this.
This is insane. That was such a good top 8, though. Like, a lot of character diversity, except for Kenshi. There was 2 of them.
There's 2 of them.
But outside of that, it was just like, it was so impressive to see and so fun to see all the different ways that Rednose can approach different matchups between the Striker, the Sub-Zero, and then at the end, the super clutch pick to Movado. In that first set, he had to win 3 straight games in a row, and he did it. He did it with Movado.
He's better. He's actually just a better player. I cannot lie. That was just great stuff. But
so good.
At the end of the day, that was the end of Mortal Kombat 1. We're going to have some ads for you guys right here before we sign off for KOF Top 6. So we have Pixio, which is, of course, a sponsor of DT, one of the sponsors for the Defend North 10th anniversary. They are a direct-to-consumer esports brand whose mission is to create high-quality, high-performance gaming gear at reasonable price with great colors, I must say, first of all.
You just mix it up. It matches with any kind of room you have in the house. You got the black, the blue, the silver, a little bit of the rose, I will call it. I don't know what it's actually called.
Yeah, I mean, they're affordable, they're low price, they said they're high quality. You can see the specs right here, 1440p at 180 hertz. That's amazing, and a huge monitor being 27 inches. They have a bunch of different colors, and you can always make it a personalized setup with these guys, and they're, of course, they're stylized wherever you want. And if you don't want any of these ones, there's also the PX79 Prime Neo, which is still 27 inches and has a little bit lower of a resolution, but higher hertz, 240. All your games are running as fast as they can, I promise. So again, please check them out. They're available right now. I believe there's also a giveaway happening for DTN for one of these amazing monitors. So check it out if you can. At the same time, they're affordable, they're great, low quality, sorry, high quality, low price.
There we go. That's the best of both worlds.
That's the best of both worlds.
Here we go. We got Remixed Prints. Now this is actually a shirt company that's founded. I personally know it's founded by one of the most beloved players in the FGC, known as Yipes, and it is named after Nelson Remix Reyes, and it's just to kind of cement his legacy in the FGC with, you know, all these amazing prints, these ideas, these styles, these designs that everyone can be familiar with. We got the Chinatown Fair one right in the middle. We got the can opener series, the curly mustache, if you will, on the right. So big shout outs to Remix Prince, and a big shout out to Nelson Remix Reyes. The legacy does live on through this company.
Let's also give a little bit of a shout out to our other stream setups that we have going on. VG Bootcamp, if you're a Smash head like I am, you know who these guys are. They are one of the leading stream setups, streamers, production teams that we have, of course, at DTN, streaming all of Super Smash Brothers for the weekend. So go check them out. Please like, follow, and subscribe on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube, and of course, if you're older, Facebook. Give them all support.
Hey,
we love them. They do a lot of good work for the community. So does Urban Warriors. Urban Warriors
So the Urban Warriors, yes, you get the early access here available at Defend the North with gameplay inspired by early 2000s 3D arena fighting games like Power Stone, big favorite of mine, Marvel Nemesis, Urban Reign. If you get a little bit of a feel for that, of course, Def Jam, big fan favorite in this area specifically. So definitely check out Urban Warriors. Get that early access available now.
Yeah, I mean, and full release Q2 of 2025, so not too far away. And last but certainly not least, another one of my favorite production teams, New York City's premier production, House of 3000. You've seen them on Tekken and Street Fighter all weekend so far. Currently streaming that behind us, and they are everywhere. They're amazing. Please support them on their endeavors on Twitch, on YouTube, on Twitter. Join their Discord for any information on where they're going to be for any production, and hire them, please, at events at house3000.New York City. They are amazing. They're also powering the channels of both themselves and VG Bootcamp. So
nice.
Very, very helpful production crew and very competent. Love them to death.
So
but
good.
That is the end of our blog.
That was incredible.
That's the end of Mortal Kombat.
That is the end of Mortal Kombat. We have a winner. That's Rednose. Came out to do exactly that. Win. Super confident. There he is with the bucket hat. I don't know what he wants. He wants to. He wants an interview, but
no, we don't have. We
don't have time for that. We gotta go to KOF.
We gotta go to KOF.
So if anybody,
we're an hour behind.
All right, here you go.
Oh my gosh. Everyone, shout out to Post and Splash. Post and Splash were coaching me, and also Stream Lost Boys by Wise Gemini. Thank you.
That's what it was. There we go.
I told you it was Wise Gemini. Okay.
At the end of the day, we're going to be signing off and handing it over to King of Fighters for their top 6. Please don't go anywhere. I'm mottineva. This was DarthArma. We are happy to sign you guys off, or sign us off. We'll see you guys in a little bit for King of Fighters.